down Main, it's a clear night. Screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. 𝗺cie and 𝗲𝗲𝗄𝗃, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just try to slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtleboys riding in the reckoning gon' come. 𝗲𝗲𝗄𝗃 in the back room, 𝗺cie on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. Truth got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, gliding. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, guys. We just call hoes down to the city blocks. We just riding slow, guys.
Welcome to the weekend live show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗃 Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stamps, leave your clothes, buddy, and
Hey, you a funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtleboy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's more a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody.
You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog out.
Let's get this party started.
Yo, we live? Oh, why are we so small? That's what she said. Okay. What's up, everybody? How's everybody out there doing tonight? Good? Good? Excellent. Sorry about the delay there, folks, but welcome to the live show. I'm your host here. I'm like disappearing. This is going to annoy me. It's already starting with me. It's a tough color. This shirt is like a blue-green, which is unfortunate. It's a nice color. But the screen colors are either green or blue, aren't they? So it's like the worst kind. It's like it disappears into both. So like we're going to try to, it's like a tough balance here. See, if I do this, then it starts getting fuzzy in the background. Look at that. See that? Okay, so I disappear there, but the background is nice and crisp. Then I go this way, then it just disappears. So we got to find a nice happy medium. Come on. Then, nope, I don't want my arm to, oh, okay. Nope. All right, we're going to do this. Can I go like this? Oh. Whoa. Don't like that. Nope. No, come on. All right, let's go back to this one of these days. So I'm thinking about going to new house. I think I'm going to go with whatever. Let's go with this. I think I'm going to go, like, I want to get like nobody else does a green screen. I'm thinking about, can you guys think of any other content creators who do green screens? I can't think of any. Like, go down the list. Melanie doesn't do a green screen. Well, Nurse Kim does. And in fairness, she's worse at this than I am. Like, besides her, Jimmy has like a brick wall. Is that actually, that might be a green screen. I don't even know if it's a green screen. There's the Glare's got a cool setup. That's what I think. I want to go for something like that. Like Steven Crowder's got that too. Something authentic. It feels like you're sitting at like a desk and like you're in some sort of like place, and it's got like a Turtleboy and like a neon light or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. It'd be cool. So I don't have to deal with this shit. This is like bootleg. But anyway, let me see 1 second here. Huh. All right. Anyway, don't do the wood paneling. Green screen is awful. Yeah, I think we're too old for this. I think it's kind of bootleg. But anyway, guys, if you're new here, my name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of nicknames if you like, up to and including 𝗃𝗃 That's my true crime name. You can call me Journalism Jesus. It's my spiritual name. You can call me Turtle That's my chat rat name. You can call me, if you're an old school turtle rider, they call me Uncle Turtleboy. You can just call me Turtleboy, Turts, whatever. Turd Boy, that's what the haters call me, or AIDS, whatever. You can call me Dr. Turtleboy. It's actually my preferred pronoun. I appreciate it when you do, because if Judd Welch is a doctor, then so am I. Mass media in the house. Justice for Kelsey. Here we go. 'Twas the night before. I'm feeling it. You can call me Daddy if you'd like. For some people that might be weird, a little weird. For those others, it might be fun, flirtatious, playful, borderline sexy. It can be a lot of fun. I don't care what you call me. Just be here. All different kind of daddies. You can call me Crowd Daddy, Brow Daddy, Daytime Daddy, Drama Daddy, formerly Drama Free Daddy, Theater Daddy, Saint Daddy, Media Daddy, and of course, Fridge Daddy, because I fix all sorts of fridges. Soon to be Hot Tub Daddy too. Hot Tub Daddy, I'll do too. I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and normally Saturday night at 9 p.m. unless I have plans. I had plans last night. You just 9 o'clock, generally speaking, and we'll have a great time. It's going to be a big week. Because we got a Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. We're back. Turtleboy's back in the courtroom. I will be there every day of that trial, starting tomorrow. I'll be a little late. I'm going to get there fashionably late at 9:30 because, I got to get the kids on the bus, and I live about an hour from Lawrence. So that's where court is. And so I'll be there, and I'll sit in on the trial and check it out. And it'll be interesting. Hopefully it's fast. It's a big witness list. There's a whole bunch of people on it. Let me see my lawyer. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I wish Bradle good luck today. All right. Anyway, it'll be fun. You'll save me a seat. Thank you so much, Jess Machado. She'll be there every day. She's pitching a tent up there. She's far. It's a bigger state than you realize. Not that big, but to get from where she is in Fall River to North Andover, I mean, that's like the whole meat of the state, top to bottom. That's as far as you can go. So it's, I guess, I don't even know how you get there. You must go up 24 to 95, which I'm sure is fucking pleasant. And then 95, you probably go to 93, I'm guessing. And that's not fun at all. That's not fun. But me, it's just boom, 495 the whole way. And Lawrence is a fucking dump. It's the worst place in America. It's horrible there. But that's where the trial is. And I don't know what courtroom it's going to be in. I like the courtroom we were in the other day. The other one seems a little smaller. I haven't been in the other one. It was supposed to be in the other one, but they moved it because there's going to be more media or something. I don't know. No jury. That's 12 less people in a room, right? So, yeah. Anyway, what was I thinking? I was going to say something else. Flop. A little distracted. Trying to think. Why am I brain farting? Anyway, it'll come back to me. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. I can't wait. She's going to be acquitted. So this is like, I'm excited. Nervous for her, obviously, but like, I'm invested now. I wasn't invested in this shit before. I was a latecomer. Well, intentionally late. I wasn't like I knew what was going on. I was following it, but I was like intentionally like keeping a distance, if you will. But now I'm like really into it because I just think the more I've learned about, I needed a villain. Okay. Every story needs a good villain. And Justin Elaine, the more we learned about him and his mother, it really like, they filled the role. They were good villains. So looking forward to that, being in there. I don't know when they're calling who. I mean, it's exciting. It's a trial, bro. It's a trial. They're going to call Noonan. That's going to be crazy cross-examination. He's going to get up there and lie. And we're going to see that. I mean, this is my lawyer. This is Tim Bradel. He's really, really good at cross-examination. I've seen it many times with him. He's an excellent cross-examiner. Now, usually he's cross-examining 𝗺𝗁𝗃𝗃. That's the only person I've ever seen him cross-examine. But, what I've seen, when he gets at you, he's really, really good on cross-examination. He's been doing it for 30-some years. So he better be. He's polished, and we'll see what happens. He knows, like a guy like him who's been doing this for so long, knows exactly. He likes bench trials because he knows he can read judges well, and a good lawyer knows when it's time to like stop talking. Like that, the judges let you know visually. Like Pomerol, like when we were doing that bench trial with him, he's like we went into that. We go, we had a plan. Okay, if it's Pomerol on the bench, if he's the judge, we want bench trial. If it's this judge, we want jury trial. Okay. And he reads this judge. He likes the judge. So he's going to go with that. And, he likes his odds. There's like a whole bunch of people. We can go over the witness list. There's some weird names on there. We talk about all this shit. I don't know. Anyway, Kelsey has to testify. I mean, this is one of those where she has to, because at least it's up to him. I thought I was going to have to testify against 𝗺𝗁𝗃𝗃 because I had to explain why I was there that day, right? But then we did such a good job, all the other witnesses did such a good job of explaining it, and 𝗁𝗃𝗃 was so bad that we were like, oh, and by the way, 𝗃𝗿𝗃𝗃𝗃, can he stream again? What's up with that? 𝗃𝗿𝗃𝗃𝗃. Free Willy. We got to free Willy. He has been banned from streaming. Can you believe that? Banned. How is he going to do his petty stream walks? How he makes a living? He'll be back. And honestly, if they do, he can just start a new channel, get monetized in 5 seconds. He'll be back. But anyway, the judge in this case seems good. And Bradel can just read them, man. He can read them. And I mean, Martha Coakley, I don't think I've heard her talk in court yet. I've heard her talk outside of court, but she's the former attorney general, for crying out loud. Can we see her in action? Can we see some shit? We'll see. I think I would bet you anything that Bradel will cross-examine Noonan, who's the most important witness in this whole thing, not Justin. Justin's not the most important witness. Justin is the villain in this, and so is his mother, who's also on the witness list. Justin's sisters are on the witness list. The only one who's not on the witness list is his brother, Brendan. He's the only one, I believe, I did not see on the witness list. But yeah, just a lot going on. And and fucking JLR. I mean, I hate that guy. The only thing about JLR that I'm going to point out, Jonathan Lee Riches, he came up here one day, the first day of the Kearney trial, and he thought he was going to punk me. Apparently, he's one of these guys that gets up in your face with the camera, sound familiar, and starts filming you and be like, Aidan, Turtleboy, are you going to jail for what you did to John O'Keefe's family? And I'm like, who's this guy? And then somebody he was a Jonathan JLR. He went to jail. I'm like, oh, prison boy. I just started making fun of him. Like he thought he was going to be, what they want you to do is be like, get out of here, get out of here. Stop filming me. And they want you to act like 𝗃𝗲𝗄𝗃 acted. Just get all flustered and just get to you. Instead, I just turn around at him. I just started fucking dogging on him, like mocking him on his own stream. And his followers like, bro, you're getting roasted on your own stream. Like bad, dude, bad. And he never came back after that. I got him the fuck out of here. He was smart enough never to come back. He does not do well with people like me. And he blocked me. And then he claimed he didn't block me. And then he unblocked me. But now there's a warrant out for him, I believe, because he beat the shit out of his girlfriend, Magnolia. I think that's her name. Who, by the way, also sucks. She can go fuck herself. Nobody deserves to get the shit kicked out of him. Right. And I'm on her side on this one because she's the lesser of two evils, but she fucking sucked. Okay. She was an enabler of that piece of shit. She talked a lot of shit. She said Kearney is guilty. It doesn't mean she deserves to get the shit kicked out of her, which apparently JLR did, right? Psychopath that he is, right? But like, there's a thing called karma. Okay. You date a scumbag like JLR and you co-sign his bullshit and then you get the shit kicked out of you. I feel bad for you, but not as bad as I would a completely innocent woman. Yeah. So if you guys didn't see this, so Jonathan Lee Riches has his ex-girlfriend Magnolia or something. He beat the shit out of her. I don't know. So he can go fuck himself. And just remember that 𝗃𝗄𝗄𝗃 aligned herself with him. The anti-Kearney people aligned themselves with this scumbag. They did. And everyone who did that supports domestic violence. All of them. All of them do. And never forget that. But anyway, and I really enjoyed Valerie's Spaces last night. I was listening to it again this morning. It was just 3 hours of great, like, drama, if you're into it. It was just so good. Right? Let me guess. Reminder. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Thank you for that. We will play that in 1 second. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on. Copy. All right. All right. Anyway, did I send? All right, there it is. I will be playing that. All right. What else is going on? Oh yeah, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class tonight, you can click at a link at the top for Turtle Chat. When you click on that, you can pay whatever you want, say whatever you want, and I will read your message out loud to the class as we do that. Okay. But we got a lot of shit to get through tonight. Well, not that much shit, but we'll say a lot of interesting things tonight. Also, dude, I'd never thought I would be an Amazon wishlist guy because I'm not a Make-A-Wish kid. And I'm like, I've made fun of Amazon wish list. Like that's a Twisted Tragedies thing. That's a begging for shit thing. But so many people told me to do it. Like they want me to do it. So that's different. Creating a wish list when no one asks you to make a wish list and you just put your hand out and beg for, alms for the poor. That's like, especially when you're someone like Twisted Tragedies and you don't refuse to get a job, you don't work. You pretend that your stupid YouTube stream that nobody watches is work, right? And that's different. Like me, I'm like, I could just pay for my own shit if I want, but people want to pay for me. That's the thing. I don't need people to pay for my shit. I get to pay for my own shit, but people want to do it for whatever reason. I'm that likable, I guess. I don't know. And so I asked for not housewarming gifts, the housewarming grift. So we started the housewarming grift wish list, and on the wish list, I put last night, I just put it up. I put like 35 items on there, right? It was sold out in an hour. Everything was bought within 1 hour. Can you believe that? 1 hour. And the comments underneath were the best. There were so many people. You guys told me to do it. Like anybody, because I'm seeing people, like if you go to like Turtleboy, let's go to Turtleboy right now and let's go see. Let me go to the Turtleboy Facebook page. Wait, or did I take it down? No, it might be over here. Let me go on my Facebook page. 𝗵𝗄𝗂𝗃𝗃 Kearney. 𝗵𝗄𝗃 Kearney. Okay, there it is. All right, so check this out. So I put up this wish list. Yeah, somebody bought me sand. That was great. I go, since Turtle Riders have insisted, right, that I make an Amazon wish list for my house, I've obliged. I'm, as the least domestic person ever, helped me fill my own house with shit, right? And some people were like mad about this, right? Because I don't like whatever. Like I'm only doing this because because people told me to do it. And someone's like, "Why is this though?" I don't know, because my daughter sent it to me. Like, I don't know. My daughter sent me that. That's what I fucking put up there. I don't know what to tell you. You know? Yeah, probably from my daughter's room. Exactly. There you go. Like I put a vanity on there. I put a vanity on there. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, now everything's going. No, okay. Some people were like, you should spend more, you should buy more expensive shit. They're telling me. People are like, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. I swear to God, I saw one where people were like, oh, this guy goes, they bought you a car and a house. Why not let the idiots furnish your house? They want to, bro. They want to do this. This is what these people don't understand. Is that like, dude, I know it sucks not to be loved, right? I don't know what that's like. All right. And I didn't just wake up and have people love me. I earned that shit. I earned it through my hard work. I also went to jail. Okay. 60 days in jail. And people respect that. That I went to jail for 60 days. And I never, ever, ever once even contemplated throwing Karen Reed under the bus. Not even close. Even though that's all they wanted from me. They didn't want me to give him McDonough. They wanted me to give him Karen Reed. I'm not making shit up. Karen Reed's innocent. I don't fuck with that. I don't do that. I ain't no snitch. I did my time. I did my 60 days. All right. I got out. And people respect that. People respect that. So that's why people want to hook me up. That's why. And they didn't buy me a car. I earned that. YouTube bought me that car. Okay. And the house. And the Wilbur show. Like people, I provide a service. See all the people behind me? All these motherfuckers behind me pay between $100 and $250 just to be in my presence for 2 hours. I could have got up there and sang the alphabet. These people would have the greatest fucking time of their life because they were shit-faced and everyone was having a good time. Right? And that's me. That's what people are willing to pay for. So this Mike Bird guy, whoever this guy is, this loser, Mike Bird, okay, loser. They bought you a car and a house. Why not bro? Because I'm loved and you're not. That's it. That's all it comes down to. They want to do it. You understand that? They want to do it. If I thought that it was an hour, I didn't even have to fucking ask. I just put it up there. And I know it fucking sucks to be you, Mike, because you're a fucking loser, bro. Like, can we click on your shit? Are you like, who are you? Like, look at this guy. See, bro, nobody wants to buy you shit. All right? Nobody. Ever. You're from Lenexa, Kansas. Look at you. Nobody's buying you anything. Your girlfriend hates you. Everybody hates you. Look at you. So anyway, back to this. Yeah. Anyway, you need to add more. So I'm like, okay. So a lot of people were like criticizing me for going like too cheap. They're like, you should, what are you, one of these OnlyFans models begging for this? Well, first of all, OnlyFans models are also providing a service to people that people want to pay for. Like, that's capitalism, bro. People want to pay to see titties and other things like that. Dude, Iowa, I'm trying to watch March Madness too. I'm a little all over the place. I need to keep me posted on this shit. The best two games are the night games. I'm missing the best two games. The UCLA UConn game is going to be a close one. I bet My see, all right, here's I have a gambling addiction. I bet that the lowest scoring, the closest game today would be UConn UCLA. That would be the closest game. It was like 8-1 odds or something like that. And then one of these fucking games is won by 2 points. The St. John's game. You guys see the St. John's game? Oh my God, I had Kansas in the Final Four. Fuck me. But yeah. So now that game has to, I want UCLA to win by exactly 1 point. Exactly one. I don't think that's too much to ask for. Just win by exactly one, no more, no less, and I'll be good. I'll win every bet. All right. Because I had, what else did I have? I also have the lowest scoring game of the tournament would be Iowa, Florida. That's going to lose. I had the highest scoring game would be Arizona, Utah State. That looks like shit. So UConn, UCLA needs to come through. I also have Texas Tech in the Final Four. I like them. They beat Duke, Arizona, and Houston this year. Duke, Arizona, and Houston. Can you believe that? So go Red Raiders. I think that's what they're called. And go Bruins. But anyway, yeah. So like I sold out the list, right? And then I made a new list. So like you could just add more shit on. And if I go to this, let's go to my list. All right, let's go to the Turtleboy list. Hold on. How do I do this? There we go. All right, so I go to my list and we go to Aidan's lists, Turtleboy, Housewarming, Grift. And this is all I got left. I mean, these are the unsold items. And then I go to purchased. Dude, somebody, shout out to whoever bought my daughter a $170 vanity. I threw that one up there as like a Hail Mary. This is not for me. But again, you're hooking a brother up here because, I mean, I could have just paid for this myself, but like, that's the big appeal. She's getting to that age where she just wants to be pretty. So, and I don't know what it does. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know what it does. I know she spends time there 30 minutes every morning now before school, 8 o'clock. She goes right upstairs. And me and my son, we don't know. We're just watching sport. We're just watching ESPN. We don't know what she's doing. Right. But she comes down and she looks pretty. Okay. And so this, whatever this thing is, does it. So I got to build this. That's going to be fun. So shout out to whoever the fuck my sugar daddy is who bought me my daughter, this awesome vanity. Because again, you're making my house a home because I'm at a disadvantage here with my ex-wife because she already has all the shit in her home and I don't. So like, I need to like get the kids. I need to make them feel comfortable here because the place I live now, they had bunk beds here. This was like ghetto central. They never wanted to come here. This is not, there's like there's dolls here, like the Raggedy Ann doll that I had sex with. That thing is just lying around here. Creepy dolls, hutches, like weird shit. Okay. It's my kids come here, they get creeped out, right? They need their own home. And so this is the kind of shit. This is like, this hooking a brother up because now you're making my home a place where my kids want to be more often. They want to sleep over. They want to come and play and we're going to have a great time. So you're kind of competing with your ex. Not that it's a competition, but you want kind of making your home the place and you guys are hooking a brother up like that. So like, this is great. I mean, look at all the shit you got into. Like she throws the shit up. She got art. She wanted this. People are like, what's this for? I don't know what this, but she wanted it though. Comforter. She wanted an alarm clock, whatever this thing is. Trash. Like the sun is much simpler. He just needs a comforter and sheets. That's about it. And a pillow. But look at, all this shit. You guys bought all this. Oh, I can't wait to get this one. Look at all this shit. Look at all this shit that comes in one goddamn thing. Everything. And little thing here. See this one with the spikes, the spaghetti strainer? I have a confession, okay, about that one. The spaghetti one there. You know what I'm talking about? This one. Boom. That one. So I will never use that for pasta. That is a back scratcher. It's the best back scratcher ever. I will never use it for pasta. I've never used that for pasta in my life. I have one. I've never used it for pasta. That is a back scratcher. It is the best back scratcher ever. But like, look at this thing. It's got everything, dude. Everything. So I'm pumped, man. It's like I've been there every day for the last week or so. And I've just been, couches. I had a turtle rider come over, message me on Twitter. He's like, I mount TVs. That's what I do. And I will hook you up free labor. I'm like, for real? Yeah, sure. Comes over, installs brand new TV, puts it up in the middle of the living room, and then another one in my bedroom, dude. It's like, dude, this is great. The charity of others. You guys are so nice. You're so thoughtful. It's like, but that's when you realize that, like, oh, wow, I must be doing something right in life, because why are these people doing nice things for me? And like strangers, they're doing like nice things for me. They're buying me shit. They're giving me free labor, helping me out. It's like, and they're like, I just thank you for everything you're doing. No problem, man. Thank you. Thank you for putting my TV in. That's great, because I don't know how the fuck to do that. So, yeah. Anyway, so help a brother out. Feel free to give to the grift if you want to. Somebody say Iowa won. Did Iowa win? The Hawkeyes have advanced to the Sweet 16. Our first major upset of the tournament, folks. Florida is out. The reigning champs are out. Bye-bye Gators. They won by $1 million in the first round over Prairie View State or whatever. Florida is out. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa State Cyclones have both advanced to the Sweet 16, as have Michigan and Michigan State. Those Midwestern states there, those Big Ten schools. Well, not Iowa State, but yeah, that's great. Congratulations to the Hawkeyes. Luka Garza, sure have enjoying that one. Go Celtics. But congratulations. Keep me posted on the other games, especially that UConn UCLA game. This is not the year for UConn. UConn's not. This is not this team. No fucking way. I know UConn. They get hot in the tournament. So this ain't the team. This is not the team. So I think they're going to lose tonight. I think UCLA is going to win. But all right. Anyway, let's read some turtle chats, shall we? Let's read some turtle chats. Where'd it go? Do I not have it? Hold on. Turtle chat wall. Turtle wall. I had it. What did I do with it? Where'd it go? Actually, I know how to get into it. We'll go over here. TV Daily News. Yeah. All right. We'll go over here. We'll go to donations. Donations. We'll go right there. Turtle chats. Okay, cool. We got some. All right. Let me read your turtle chats as they come up. What's today? The 22nd? All right. Our first one is Patricia Sullivan sends 5 smackaroos. Her comment says, the Afro Man trial reminded me of when the undercover cop who entrapped and arrested George Michael in a Beverly Hills toilet, who tried to sue him for $10 million. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Claiming he was emotionally damaged by the outside music video George subsequently made about it. Absolute banger of a song. The lawsuit was dismissed. Sorry for the centograph, but God bless George Michael and Afro Man. Yes. I couldn't tell you any George. I don't even know. And is that the one from Saved by the Bell that like 𝗫𝗄𝗅 was in love with? Oh, Matt Deepa. That's the guy. Matt's great. If he's in the chat, shout out to him. He was amazing. So thank you. Next up, he's the one that did my TV. So thank you. Joellen sends $25 and says, free Kelsey, free Turtleboy. Congrats on the house. Just keep winning. Well, thank you so much. Yes, we're going to free Kelsey this week. We're going to free Turtleboy in the next couple months. And then we're going to have a great time. So thank you very much. Then we're going to drink their tears, aren't we? Hillary sends $5 and says the following. Where'd she go? Trying to bring up the turtle chat. Okay. She says, who was the blonde next to Kelsey in court next to Bradle? What? She looks rough. Like she's on drugs, just saying. Not a good look, in my opinion. What? She should probably shower before trial. praying for Kelsey. I have no. Thanks for the $5. Horrible turtle chat. Next, I have no idea what you're talking about. Young Cryford sends $5. That never gets old. And says check out the video I posted on Twitter. It's a glimpse of Auntie Deb live streaming your child. Bro, you just got to send it. You got to send it. I can check it out later. You just got to send the link. Oh, Courtney? Courtney looked like shit. What are you talking about? It's rude. I mean, I'm not like the biggest Courtney fan, but like, that's rude. Why would you say that? She didn't look, of all the things you're going to say about her, you think she looks bad? What are you talking about? She presents herself well. I mean, stop it. Stop it. That's just mean. That's mean-spirited. Thank you for the $5. All right. Thanks, Young Cryford. Next. Woohoo Worldwide sends $25 and says, new name for jail mattresses, 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗆 or 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗆𝗺. Oh, I like it. Free Turtleboy, free Dr. Turtleboy, free the woohoo. Well, thank you very much, Woohoo Worldwide. I appreciate that. And are those guys coming? Do they still care? Or are they just there for me? Again, if I see 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗆 there tomorrow, if he's like going to do the whole outside court asking me questions, I'm just, don't be prepared for me to say nothing to him. Like, I've already had my fun with him. I'm there for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. I'm there to cover the case. That's what I'm there for. I don't have time for their fuck games anymore. I've already made my point. They're retarded. Let's go. Next, this is Karen sends with a Y, sends $50. Woo! Thank you. And says, when is the 12-hour fundraiser? Coming soon. I have to announce that soon. When is the next Wilbur? Have to announce that soon. I got to get in touch with Bill, the guy that owns the Wilbur. He's discussed that he wants to have it in May, so we got to find the date. Number 3, can you please do a nightly update during her trial this week? Thanks for what you do. Probably not going to go tomorrow night, but every other night, I could, definitely Tuesday, maybe Wednesday too. We'll see. We'll see. So thank you very much for that one. Next, do we have any others? And I appreciate that. Thanks for what you do, she says as well. Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're welcome, Karen with the Y. Thank you for your generosity. Your generosity. All right. That's it for Turtle Chats. Let's see if we have any cash apps here. All right. Amanda sends $5 and goes, and pool stuff to the Amazon. Add pool stuff to the Amazon. Like, what is pool stuff? I mean, what do I need? I don't even know what I need. I have the house came with all these like flotation shit, like, lie down, whatever they call those things, not rafts, but things that you fuck around with in the pool. We already got a bunch of those, so I don't even know what to get. Emily sends $5 and $5 and first says, please take a look at what 𝗃𝗄𝗃 just posted. Wow. Okay, I will. We love 𝗃𝗄𝗃. Great job. I invited him on the show. He's a humble guy. He doesn't want to come on. He's not about that life. He's not in it for the attention. House came with patio furniture. Came with it. I don't even know. And then sends another $5 and goes, Val trolling them once again, being why young black economist was so good. So Val just creates fake Twitter accounts now, pretending to be the trolls that come after me. And, she gets on there and then they realize they're being trolled and they kick her out. But again, I like the Sparkly Rabbit. I will go on with the Sparkly Rabbit, but nobody but her. Nina is just mean. And just kind of retarded. Like the question she asks, it's like, okay, you're just always trying to get me in some sort of gotcha. But, All right, let me go see 𝗃𝗄𝗃's tweet here. All right. So, Carrie Llama, stay tuned. So this is a public records request. Oh, I've already got these. I have this email. Dude, I have this email and so much more in Discovery. It's fucking insane. This is another example of why there is no need at all for a protective order on any of this shit. You just get these. You have no idea, guys. No idea how many emails these people sent to Michael Morrissey, to the FBI. Like Krusty wrote a long, all caps email to the FBI on behalf of Jennifer McCabe. And it's the wildest shit you've ever read in your life. Wildest shit. And all of these people, like Laura Sullivan wrote so many fucking emails. So many emails. And there's one McCabe that you don't even know. There's a Mike McCabe. Okay. Matt is the one. Chubbs McCabe is one of 5. Okay. There's Chubbs McCabe. He doesn't write any emails. There's his fat sister, Meg McCabe. She writes a lot of emails. A lot of emails. Her and Julie Crisilio is another one. There's let's see. So there's Chubbs McCabe, Meg McCabe. There's Colin McCabe, who testified at my trial. He's the dumbest one of them all. He doesn't write any emails because he can't speak. I don't even think he knows how to use a computer. And then there's who's the other? There's 5 McCabes. Matt McCabe. I remember. Colin McCabe, Meg McCabe, Sean McCabe. We all know Sean McCabe, the one that threatened to murder me multiple times. And then, of course, there's Mike McCabe, who is like the business partner, I believe, of Matt McCabe. That guy writes a lot of emails. And they, between the first trial and the second trial, the reason we got all these emails in discovery is they tried having me arrested so many times. They wrote so many emails to the DA's office demanding that here's what he said on his show tonight. Here's what he did tonight. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. They like the level of obsession they have with me. But Kerry Lama sends one July 27th, 2024. See, between the 2 trials. I am writing as a concerned citizen to inform you that Rita Lombardi and Jen O'Donnell went on a live stream last. So I guess Kyle's giving us a teaser there. The Hos Defendents requested a police detail for the event and silent auction at the Dedham Hilton. Meg Mallon McCabe, employee of Big Picture Media Group, is the PR firm for the McCabe. I told you. So Big Picture Media Group, they applied for a police detail. I'll come back to him. So they went out and they had a get together. This is JLR's girlfriend, by the way. Good job, JLR, and everybody who supported him. There it is. There it is. They weren't actually wearing free Turtleboy shirts. This is superimposed. But this is they apparently had some sort of get together. I don't know. Like Big Red was in town for this. I don't know if it's a fund. I don't know what it's for. But as you can see there, right up front is Peggy O'Keefe standing there giving the middle finger. You know why she's doing that? Because Peggy McCabe is trash. Fucking trash. I told you guys. A lot of people are like, oh, she's the mother of the victim. You got to be nice to her. She's a trash bag. She is a trash human being. And she wanted Karen Reed in jail for the rest of her life. Okay? You saw her on the stand. Paul's over there. Paul's over there. Oh, my husband, Patrick, he gives me a run for my money. She didn't have a nice thing to say about anyone, except for her daughter. She really liked her daughter, Kristen. But where's Lindsay? Yeah, where's Lindsay? We're supposed to feel bad for this person? No, all set. Trash. And so look at who's in the crowd. People are like, how many people can you name in this photograph? All right. Well, let's see what we got here. All right. How many can you guys name? Let's see. Peggy O'Keefe, number 1. Kerry Lama, number 2. Brian Albert Jr., number 3. That's interesting. Don't recognize her. That looked like Nurse Kim, but there's no fucking way that could be Nurse Kim. So we have 3. Big Red, 4. Is this Ozempic Natalie in the back? Like, is that Ozempic? Is that Ozempic Natalie? Oh, there's J-Bro. Can anybody tell? Is that Natalie in the back? Can anyone confirm if that is in fact Natalie? Did they really fly her ass down there? I can't tell. Let's see what the chat says. It looks like Natalie, like Ozempic Natalie. I don't know. Then we have Carl Dougal, of course. I don't know who this chode is. 𝗃𝗄𝗃, of course. This woman, that's Michelle Gallery. She is a fucking tank of a woman. She is a house, bro. Speaking of a house, that woman is a fucking house. And she was at my arraignment date. She was the one that yelled at me, "Go to hell, Aidan Kearney," when I was entering in handcuffs when I was being arrested that day. That's her. Up front, this is John's fat second cousin there, Steph. I forget her last name. And Elizabeth Proctor. For some reason, Elizabeth Proctor's there. Why? That to me is the wildest one. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you're Peggy O'Keefe, Peggy O'Keefe should hate the Proctors. Even if she believes Karen Reed did it, which is retarded, it makes no sense. But even if she chooses to believe that idiocy, there is no doubt that Michael Proctor is the reason that Karen Reed is walking free. He did more to free Karen Reed than anyone. He framed her and then he freed her because of his text messages. And so, and more than anything is lousy police work. Like, if you really believe Karen Reed did this, it was really easy to prove it. All you need to do is just photograph the car in Dighton, right? Photograph the car. Click, click. Boom, got her. Then there's no dispute. There's no dispute. Click, boom, boom. Then done. If the taillight is destroyed, then she's guilty, right? Got him. Or at least there's more evidence of her guilt. It still could have gotten smashed in other ways, but like that's pretty compelling. And he didn't do that. He didn't do anything. He didn't like follow protocol, nothing, dude. He put the whole case in jeopardy. And she's just standing next to Peggy, the woman who enabled this shit. That's one of my so-called victims, by the way. That's one of my victims. They say I intimidated her because I left her a voicemail asking her if there were going to be conjugal visits when Michael Proctor's in prison. Never found out the answer to that. But yeah, that is a ragtag crew if I've ever seen it right there. What else do we have? Oh, dude, that's awesome. Afro Man. We could talk about some of that tonight. At least the 5150 shit has died down. I'm so happy not to I'm like, good. Maybe it's dying down. Maybe we're done here. Like, eventually it has to stop, right? Eventually. I can't believe how much this shit used to stress me out like 3 months ago. It was just like real problematic. And like, I had a big hearing coming up with the motion to recuse Cosgrove, and like, she's going to fucking sabotage it and do all this shit. And then once we got through that, we're pretty, I don't want to jinx it. Again, I'm not trying to jinx it here. But she's run out of ammo. Like, there's nothing more to do to me. Okay, I won't jinx it. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it stays that way. She just needs to stop. Get a job. That's it. Anyway, maybe that's it. Is the koala off Twitter? I don't fucking know. I don't pay attention to koalas. So, again, it's interesting how much it's died down since I locked down my Twitter account. Since a month ago. Remember that a month ago? We did a whole show exposing how, don't forget that, dude. I still can't believe we did that. We set the whole thing up. We set it. It was fucking brilliant. We knew that she was hacking into the account in real time. We laid a trap. We documented our trap. We timestamped it. And then they just fucking took the bait, didn't they? And it was like brilliant. Goddamn brilliant. So anyway, now that they can't get in there, they've run out of shit. I don't know. Hack into something else. I don't know. What else do we have going on here? Look at this guy. This guy's like, he will face street justice if he walks. They won't find a jury convict. Okay. Bro, it's not going to happen. Like these guys, you live on the internet too much, sir. You don't understand. Out here in the real world, I'm loved everywhere I go. Yeah, some they, them, non-binary thing called Lena from Ohio. She seems to think I'm guilty of witness intimidation. She's an insane person with no influence. She keeps coming up on my algorithm. And I saw she's got 70,000 subscribers. I go on her thing, 300 people are watching. Like nobody watches this shit. Nobody. What else? We talked about this the other day, how I'm like on a project board. There was like look at this. This is Marshwood High School, I think, in Elliott, Maine. Border town, I think. And they have a whole thing here on the Kearney case. I wish I could get a better picture of this. If any students here at that school can like send me better pictures, especially my part. I want to see that. Because Turtleboy, the vocal advocate for the defense, I want to see what they say about me. And this is me on the day I went to jail. Here's me on the day I'm like it's like interesting pictures they have there. I want to read this bad. But this is history, man. This is history. We did this. We did it, Tommy. We did it. Whatever. What else do we have here? Oh, this. I like this tweet from Auntie Deb. Check this out. If you've condemned what I do as parody, but support Afro Man, you're a hypocrite. Exactly. Exactly. These people are like, oh my God, Jimmy's so mean. Bro, he's a comedian. He's a comedian. So am I. That's what we do. We make fun of people, right? We satirize. We say offensive things that some people find offensive, and you don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. We offend people. We hurt their feelings. It is what it is. And it's just like Jimmy does the same thing that Afro Man does. When people do him wrong, he makes songs about them. That's how he punches back. He doesn't use physical violence. He makes songs about them, and people love them. Love them. That's why when Broyles and Altman were like, oh, fucking Jimmy's this, Jimmy's bad for you. Like, what are you talking about? Fucking, have you seen the Wilbur? People love that guy. Like people, you're going to declare war on all these people out there. Like, you know who you know who the bad guys are? Like Karen Reed supporters too. You know who the bad guys are now? Who I'm going to go after? Turtleboy, Auntie Deb, Nurse Kim, the Glare, and Melanie Little. Because nobody likes them. Because that's a smart plan. Yeah, I'm just going to hate. What you got left? You got Crawford. That's what you got. You got fucking Crawford. And we'll talk about him tonight too. So, yeah, his songs are the best. What else do we have here? Yes, I still want to go on with the Sparkly Rabbit. I got a DM her. Sorry, I've been so busy, Sparkly. I'm moving into a house. You know what I mean? I went onto their spaces the other day. It got kind of weird. We could talk about that. I couldn't. I know we're not going to talk about this. This is on my Twitter feed. I couldn't with this tweet. Dude, I can't. I can't. She goes, she tweeted about the Kelsey Fitzsimmons thing, because now they're all being like anti-Kelsey, right? Kelsey's bad, right? Why? Because I support her, right? So Kelsey's bad now. And like, let's see here. Like, this is the whole, I couldn't believe it when I read this. I couldn't believe it. I still don't know how I feel about the case, it says. I still, because we were all wondering how you felt. I still don't know how I feel about this case. I don't think she should have been in jail, but some type of treatment center and not so long. Okay. I also don't believe she should be separated from her baby. Okay. There should be some sort of visitation while she works through whatever she's going through. Completely agree. Then it says, I couldn't believe the sentence. I also don't like seeing anyone's past records dragged out as internet fodder. I've experienced that myself, and I don't have any criminal record. Pardon? Pardon? You don't like seeing people's past records dragged out as internet fodder? That's literally all you do. That's it. That's all you do is immediately look up their court records, pull up, like, that's all you do. That's it. Every single person. Oh, wait till you read their court records. Like, what? That's your entire identity, is bringing up other people's court records and being like, gotcha, bitch. What do you think about that? The glarer? Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Oh my God. I mean, and she goes on to say, I'll read the rest. I got it, the rest of the tweet. This case never should have turned into the media circus that it has become. What? Media circus? Do you feel like the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial has turned into a media circus, guys? Because I don't. I don't feel like it has. Karen Reed was a media circus. No doubt about it. The only circus at the last hearing was 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗆. He was the whole circus. And, you know, what's his name? Randall from afar. Like, you know, he's winding up his little toy there, putting money in the machine. He'll say whatever he wants. Okay. Jukebox 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗆. Just put money in the machine. He'll say whatever. Anyway, so he goes, this case never should have been into the media circus it's become, especially knowing these kind of things were out there. What? Okay. Then it goes on to say, I'll be honest. Oh, we were wondering. The text messages and records that have surfaced in the last couple of days aren't great. And that's exactly why this should have stayed out of the circuses become. What the fuck does that even mean? The text messages aren't great. We're going to go over the text messages tonight. What does that mean? The text, like, basically they're bad for her, for Kelsey, she says. I disagree. I think it shows a dysfunctional relationship in general. And we can get to that, but have you read your text messages? Again, your text messages? We've seen them. I just need some space. Okay, just need some space. That said, the hypocrisy is hard to ignore. We have actual domestic violence convictions by former partners, and Kelsey attempting to get multiple exes fired. Wait, what? So now she's shitting on Kelsey. Of course they are. That's what they have to do now. I support Kelsey. They have to attack her. Apparently, Kelsey got some charge in North Carolina when she was like 20 years old. Okay? She was drunk. She pulled a Richard Green. Richard Green got a fucking, she's no different. She could grow up and be a fucking Google expert at Karen Reed's next trial. Hopefully she doesn't have one. Richard Green got kicked out of, what's that bar that the antis pulled up Richard Green's some charge he had in Florida like 20 years ago, or maybe like 10 years ago. What bar? McNasty's. Richard Green went to a bar called McNasty's and he got nasty, right? And he got kicked out of the bar and charged and all this shit. And apparently Kelsey was like 20 years old or 21 years old or whatever. Shit face. Oh yeah. Read 5150's DUI. If you want, read her. You thought fart boxes were bad. Read hers. where she accuses the cop of voting for Obama like 5 times, as if he didn't win twice. Like, is what? Anyway, so apparently she's got that, and domestic violence convictions. What? And attempting to get exes fired. So she's saying that Kelsey is trying to get Justin 𝗄𝗄𝗃𝗃 fired by putting out shit showing that he smoked weed. So what? So what? She's retaliating. She's not going out. She didn't try to get him fired until he literally stole her fucking baby. He stole her off of her tits. Okay? That baby was sucking those titties and drinking that sweet milk. Okay? Like a lot of men out there would probably, but was sucking them down. And Justin 𝗄𝗃𝗃𝗃 just snatched that baby back and said, give me that baby. And then he got her shot. And then she went to jail for 6 months. She has a right to come for your job. Like she earned that shit. No, you earned that shit. Justin earned that shit. And then 5150 says, but okay, we have actual domestic violence convictions by former partners, and Kelsey attempted to get multiple exes fired. Yet an affidavit from 2018, which shows the only reason her 2018 affidavit with Sam Teplin comes up is because it shows that she has a history of doing this. The same thing she's doing to me, she's done before. Out of nowhere. Like when a guy breaks up with her, that's what she does. She hacks into your shit and she ruins your life. It's a fucking template. Okay? Copy and paste. That's what she does. So that's why that affidavit is relevant. It's brought up. You know what the difference in her and Kelsey is? Kelsey's only putting shit out there about him because it's relevant in probate court, because she's in a fight to get this baby back. She's got to fight for that baby. She has a duty to fight for that baby. And Justin's playing dirty. So she's got to get in the mud and play dirty with him too. Period. And this ain't nearly as dirty as he's been. So she's got to do that. Whereas 5150, she tried to get Sam fired. Why? She hacked into his email, wrote his boss an email pretending to be him, saying he didn't want the job. He's on thin ice after that. Then 3 months later, she hacks back into the email, sends a video of him doing cocaine to his boss, and he is fired. Prior to that, he had done nothing. Nothing. Yet the affidavit from 2018 continues to be highlighted daily by the same people who are now reporting on this and siding with her. You can't have it both ways. Oh, bitch, yes, you can. You did this. Kelsey didn't do this. Kelsey didn't ask to get shot. She didn't ask to have her baby taken away. Anyway, back to this. So what else is going on my Twitter feed? Sometimes I just like to go through my Twitter feed and see what's going on. No, I was looking for my Twitter. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, this is her. Apparently, she's got an apartment and she's ready for that baby. It looks like a goddamn daycare in there. Ready for that baby, man. Oh man, picture how good that's gonna feel. Picture how good that's gonna feel. Let's see. Oh man, I do the die in a whole thing a lot. Maybe I should stop. As 𝗃𝗍𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 Beauty points out here, it's been a few weeks since a certain phone extraction, mine, got leaked, and I still have yet to see any messages or evidence where Karen admits to killing John O'Keefe. Oh, right, because she didn't think about that, bro. You guys got my phone. You got the whole phone. You got everything in there. And what you got? What you got in that phone? You got unrestricted access. You got shit the government hasn't seen. You can just go through and read anything you want, because Meredith O'Neill took my phone extraction and gave it to the bad guys. So you can just go through there and read anything. What you got? What have you found on Karen Reed or me? Nothing. You don't see any plotting to commit witness intimidation. All you see, all they keep pointing out is like weird shit that they're misinterpreting. I don't know. And some nudes, a whole lot of nudes. And so I had some guy download my phone extraction and put him on a PDF. 𝗵𝗏𝗺's never seen it before until last week. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 went through my phone extraction and he will never be the same again. My phone extraction is a fucking X-rated hazard site. Like, it's bad. You are going to see some shit in there that you cannot unsee. Just a whole lot of it. Solos, duets, all sorts of shit. You name it. And nothing got deleted. Like, it was all in there. And like, you can't even avoid, like, you go through the messages, the Facebook messages, the text, it's all in there. Everything. It's like half the phone. Like, he has to bleach his eyes now. I don't even know. Like, Olivia works for me, but I can't even ever go through it. I'm like, cause like, I can't subject her to that. It's horrifying. My phone extraction is horrifying. And so that's all they got here. They have a fucking Hustler magazine or Penthouse 4 letters, whatever. That's what they got. So you're not going to find much in my phone except a whole lot of nasty. That's all you're going to get in there. And so trios, not yet. Working on it. We'll see. We'll see. Just kidding. Next, let's see what. So he's like, "Oh, right, because she didn't." And then I said, "Okay," and I go, "Correct. Karen never told me she killed John O'Keefe. In fact, she was pretty adamant that she didn't kill John O'Keefe, and that someone else did. That's what you're going to get in the few messages between me and Karen that they actually got that somehow came through with Signal. She's pretty adamant that she was framed. If you read them." And she enlists my help to like help investigate this, if you will. And Karen Reed was very savvy. Like, she couldn't do it all on her own. And she had this huge support system that wanted to help out. Right. And so, yeah, like, so yeah, you can like, why wouldn't she use them? If she's like, "Hey, can you drive by this house and let me know who's there?" Like, if she wants to see who's outside the Proctor house, she can have somebody do that. That's not witness intimidation. That's investigating. That's like, who are they friends with? Who are they hanging out with? She's got a private investigator that can run the plates. Or I can do it. You know what I mean? It's just like, whatever. So you're not going to find anything like that on their phone. In fact, you're going to see the opposite. Go on to say, we did, however, laugh at Chris Albert and share videos of Canton Select Board meetings where he got roasted by the townsfolk. 90% of the messages that Karen sent me were links to Canton Select Board meetings. Because when I got the extraction, I read them all. I'm like, oh, these are just messages. All they got is us shitting and laughing at Chris Albert. That's all it is. Him especially, more than anyone. We would just laugh at him all the time. He was our favorite one to make fun of because he's ratchet. He's like a clown and he's really poor and he killed a man and he's just a fucking joke. Like, he's the easiest one to make fun of. So far, the only people who have been exposed are the sources who came forward with information and are now being harassed. Thanks to Meredith O'Neill. Okay. And I'll bring up another example here of what's happened. Let me see if I have this. Let's see what her Twitter account is. I had this. Okay. This is stupid. Kim Fair. Let me pull this up. At Do Friends. Andy. Okay. So she just is going through my phone. Is this the wrong one? This is not the one I'm looking for. She's got multiple Twitters, I think. Hold on. Does she have a different one? Huh. She's obsessed with me, dude. Look how obsessed she is. Dude, does anyone know what her Twitter account is? Because this is not her main one. I don't think. Oh, God. She does not look like this in person.
Okay, guys. So short and sweet little speech here about today's fabulous news. Like, I woke up this morning and I looked at my DMs and it was like Christmas. It was like everybody was bringing a present to my DMs. And it was from both FKR and AFKR. Because if there's one thing a lot of us both can agree on, it's that Jen Altman is one of the most vile trolls on the internet.
Okay, don't make me like you.
Enough about her. Let's celebrate what happened to her.
Oh, my bad, stupid April. My bad. You're the only stupid one. She's not stupid. She's dumb.
I'd like to show you.
Okay, she's like obsessed. This chick is obsessed. But does anybody have her? Is this the one? Maybe this is the one. Okay, this is the one. So she's like doxing. She's constantly posting my phone extraction on here. So this is Karen sending me a message through Natalie saying, tell him my motto. Once I got over my immediate grief, do your best, do your worst, for I will do mine. Yeah. They're like, oh my God. Yeah. They're trying to frame her. Turtleboy, you were so close to blowing up their whole conspiracy. So close. You saw the story wasn't adding up. I can't even read these. These are so old. Like these are old. Like this is all you have. Natalie messages. That's all. He is the corruption. He's going to prison. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see. What? Oh my God. I'm looking for where she starts doxing sources. People like, got an email Thursday at 5:46 saying Jen McCabe testified in front of a grand jury that morning at 10 in South Boston. It listed the names of the AUSAs. Oh, really? Who sent you an email with the name of the assistant U.S. attorney interviewing Jen McCabe? That seems a bit suspicious, does it? Having sources is suspicious. Okay. This is all you guys have. Again, you got our whole fucking phone. And this is it. So Carrie Lam is like, how do you get found in violation of the court twice and be awarded bar association? So they have an incoming call from David Yannetti on my phone. Yeah, you know what? I talked to David Yannetti on the phone. I talked to Alan Jackson on the phone. I talked to Karen Reed on the phone a lot. None of you motherfuckers did. By the way, Randall didn't, Crawford didn't, nothing. Nobody had access to them but me. So I was a pretty integral part of this fucking story. So yeah, you're finding this shit out now. And who cares? All you're showing is I'm fucking awesome. I mean, this is all you guys got. This is it. You got my whole phone. And this is all you could get is stupid shit like this, that I talked to David Yannetti on the phone. Yeah, this guy. Like, this guy was the source. David, he's running for selectman. And they are just coming after him because they have all his messages to me. I mean, that's how fucked up this is. 5150 gave this shit out. Insane. I didn't even remember this guy's name. I don't know. This is it. Again, they're so bad at this. Okay, Turtleboy. So they're saying that's me. Oh, and this one, Patricia Boyden. So Patricia Boyden is on the Board of Selectmen. She got elected. And they got her emails to me. So she's like, Trish for Canton. What a piece of work you are. Reaching out to a disgraced blogger who has tried to ruin innocent people's lives. So Trish Boyden was a Karen Reed supporter, a reformer who lives in Canton. And like shortly after I started writing about this, she had information she shared with me because she knows the ins and outs of Canton and I don't. And she reaches out to me in confidence, right? Anonymous sources, all that shit. And then 5150 decided we're going to out her. And boom. So just know that, Trish. I'm sorry this happened. There's a woman by the name of Meredith O'Neill who handed all of your messages to these people. That's why it's out there. It's not Kim Fair's fault. Kim Fair just is what she is. Like, she didn't ask to have this sent to her. She didn't steal this from me. She had it. She thinks Karen Reed should be in jail. And because of that, that's why Meredith sent it to her. All of your messages. Meredith O'Neill did all of this, just to be clear. Okay, that's why they're talking about you. And one of those lives is a man who you sat next to at each select board meeting. You sat next to Chris Albert while doing him dirty. Bitch, have you ever heard of something called politics before? Okay. Members of Congress sit next to each other, Republican and Democrat, and talk shit about each other. That's all they do. And they actively try to get the other person out of office, whether that be through feeding information to the media that gets them like scandals come up, or giving money to a political opponent, or raising money for a political opponent, or endorsing somebody. That's how it works, stupid. Chris Albert and Trish Boyden are on opposite sides of the political aisle. They're not going to get along. Okay? That's how politics works, stupid. You reached out to Turtleboy to offer him information. Why wouldn't she? I'm the only one fucking interested in the truth. That's it. I'm the only one interested in the truth. The blogger has tried to destroy Chris and his son Colin. You knew this. What does destroy mean? They destroyed themselves. Chris Albert killed a man in 1994. Innocent man named Peter Berger. He literally killed him. He pled guilty. He went to jail for 6 months. He did that. He literally took a human life. Okay? He does. I'm not the reason that he didn't pay his taxes for so many years. I'm not the reason that he didn't pay the pepperoni man. I didn't do that to him. Those problems existed long before me. Colin Albert, I didn't ruin Colin Albert's life. He dropped out of school because he's retarded. And school is not for him. He's not a school guy. Okay? You should be embarrassed and ashamed. You should not have a seat on the select board. You are evil, Patricia Boyden. Why shouldn't she have a seat on the select board? She won. You understand? There's a thing called democracy. Okay? There's a thing called democracy. You might have heard it before. You see, in the United States of America, when people run for office, the person who gets the most votes wins. And Trish Boyden ran in 2024 as part of this reform ticket. And she and Rita ran for 2 spots, and 2 incumbents were running, Michael Loughran and Tom Theodore. And Tom Theodore is like an established guy in town. He was the chairman of the board. Tom Theodore got last of the 4. Rita got 3rd, right behind Michael Loughran, and Trish Boyden was the top vote getter by a lot. That's why she's on the board of selectmen, because the people of Canton voted her. And so apparently they have emails. Let's see what this says. So the emails, I don't know if you can read this. I mean, look at this shit. They think this is scandalous. They really think this is scandalous. All right. So Patricia Boyden on May 31st sends me an email saying, not sure if you've covered this yet. My friend's sister is married to Brian's brother. Okay. My friend's sister. Okay. Is married to Brian's brother. Don't use it unless you can corroborate it. I can't have it traced back to me. I'll ask other people I know and see if I can find a second or third source. I don't even know what that's about. Then this one, it's like, this is all you got. This is April 26th, like a week after I started writing about this. She reaches out to me and she goes, scroll down to Chris Albert. These are the following people donated to him. So she sends me his publicly available campaign finance reports. Publicly available. And says Brian Albert, Kevin Albert, Ken Berkowitz, John Connolly, Jim Galvin, Bill Galvin, Scott Leonard, Jim Quigley, Bob Wade. The select board will be hiring 4 new cops this session. I can't imagine why he wants a seat on the board. What the fuck is, again, you got my entire phone extraction. Every message I've ever sent to anyone. And what's your smoking gun? You think that means anything? That a woman who won a seat on the select board prior to getting elected sent me an email with campaign finance reports pointing out a very relevant piece of information that Chris Albert seems to want to get on the select board so that he can do his cop buddies a favor. You don't think that's somewhat interesting or relevant? Anything like that? Not going to happen. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Anyway, back to my Twitter feed here. There's a couple other things here. It's JLR's girl. We already saw that one. Oh, this is, put this tweet in the Louvre, by the way. This tweet is my favorite tweet of all time. Some guy named Cosgent 1956, Don Holcomb, says Aidan intended to intimidate Colin by impersonating him. That is the point. He means that. These people mean this shit. They mean this, that I intended to intimidate by doing an impersonation of Colin Albert, that was designed to intimidate. When he hit send, he's like, I mean this. I mean this. Anything else here? Oh, yeah. Oh, this chick. You know, when I see stuff like this where it's like, you know, I saw a post here saying, what this person, oh, Kyle. Kyle's a good guy. Hot dog water. He goes, hold up. People are mad Kearney was recorded, but cool with other people's recordings, screenshots being posted. Selective outrage 101. Exactly. And then this chick, Boston's finest. I think her name's Kristen. She acts like she's like best friends with John O'Keefe and knows everything and this and that. She's just one of these pick me bitches on Twitter that is like into, like, got so fucking into the drama in the Randall shit. And it was like, if you go back on her tweets, kissing my fucking ass throughout the trial. Like, go look at her tweets. Talking about, oh, he looks so good. Like all this shit. Kissing my fucking ass. And then recording gate happens. I'm a bad person. Okay. And the rest is history. Kind of jumped on that train. That didn't work out very well. The Randall train crashed. That did not go very well. And so she's one of these bitches. I think her name's Kristen. I forget her last name. She's just some basic bitch from Boston who doesn't shut the fuck up. Yes, I'm going to do that. I promise. So she writes, it's all gross. It all turned gross when justice for John was forgotten. No one gives a shit about him. What the fuck are you talking about? No one gives a shit about him. People have been fighting for John O'Keefe at these Dedham standouts forever, and they still do to this day. What are you talking about? People, what have you done, bitch? Like all these people, like nobody cares about John. Bitch, what the fuck have you done for John O'Keefe? What have you done to help figure that out? Nothing. All you do, people like you, is go on Twitter and fucking jump knee deep into fucking drama and then act like you're above the drama, right? Because you say shit like people are here looking to become famous off the death of a Boston cop. Yeah, bitch, like you. You don't shut the fuck up about drama. I see you on there, bitch. I see exactly who you are. You ain't above this shit. That's you. You're projecting. So anyway, who else do we have here? Anything else? In this one, okay. I don't even know what the fuck this is about. Something about the Roccos. Okay. So somebody says this. The Roccos are probably reluctant because Turtleboy's case is so this Emily Avery account, another account. Go back and read her tweets. Kissed my fucking asshole for months. Loved me. And now Turtleboy bad. The Roccos are probably reluctant because Turtleboy's case isn't BS. So I guess they're saying, why aren't the Roccos reluctant to give Aidan his dues? I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. The Roccos are two different people, so I don't like to call them the Roccos because there's Jenna and there's Nick. I don't know. That you'd have to ask him. I don't care if Nick Rocco gets involved in mine. Again, I don't think Nick Rocco is a bad guy. I can't get a full read on him if I'm being perfectly honest with him. Being honest with you. Again, fucking Meredith's the one that hated him, but my whole thing with it was just, he was good at raising money for Karen. That's what I always said. Always. And by the way, when is the read file starting? You guys fucking pro tip, like don't do, check it out. The read files is coming. Then nothing ever fucking comes ever. Like, are we going to talk about Kelsey? Yeah. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And you're going to sit there, Kayla, and you're going to swallow that shit. That's it. That's your job. You fucking sit there and you listen to whatever the fuck I tell you to listen to. We will talk about Kelsey soon. The night is young. It's only 10:30. So sit there and fucking swallow it. And never, ever, ever tell me how to run my show. Ever. It's my only rule. I have one fucking rule. Don't ever tell me how to run my show. Ever. Big no. All right, next. What's the score in the UConn game, by the way? Who's winning? Oh, it's a close one. Very close. 1 point game. Just what I need. Keep it that way. All right, so she goes, yeah, I used to think Aidan's case, the Roccos are probably reluctant to get involved because he isn't a victim of corruption. Or like maybe I can't make a name for myself in Aidan's case. Maybe there's that too. Maybe I can't be on TV. So not interested. Maybe. I'm just saying it is interesting. It is interesting. And like, is Karen Reed alive? Like I don't like, I just, there's no buzz with it. I don't know. Like, is it, like what happened to the read files? I think that's a question. Does anybody know? Anybody know like, what happened with that? Is that going? I mean, they literally like hype this shit up about, oh, the read files is coming. It's good. We have a studio and we have this and that. Bro, it's been 3 months. Like, what's going on here? Who isn't, again, I did the intervention stream in November. late November, right? And what was my big criticism? I'm like, you got to hire somebody. It can't be Nick Rocco. It cannot be a 30-year-old hairdresser with a flat brimmed hat. That can't be the PR guy. The Karen Reed brand is valuable, very valuable. It cannot be what I'm just one. I don't know what I don't know what they do all day. I don't know what's going on. So if it's me, I'd be doing a lot. I don't know, but anyway, so he goes, I used to think Aidan's case was BS too. So she used to think it was BS. Okay, used to. So something has changed. What has changed? And was even prepared to support him despite not particularly liking him as a person. But that was when I was under the misconception that Aidan was being forthright about the facts of his own case as he was about Karen Reed's. Okay, Emily Avery, what facts about my case have changed? It's the same fucking facts, stupid. I'll tell you what's changed. You got mad at me. That's it. That mystery solved. My ex-girlfriend, 5150, was my biggest supporter in the world. Now says I should be in jail. Why? Because she's mad at me. You have Turtleboy derangement syndrome. You've got the bug. You don't realize it. That's the symptom of the bug, is you don't realize that you have the bug, but you have it. Okay? And because the misconception that Aidan was being forthright about the facts. What's changed? Nothing. And that he too was a victim of corruption. However, my perspective changed once I took an objective approach and researched his charges myself instead of taking his word for it. You don't need to take my word for it. You can just read the charging documents, which I've gone over heavily. It's not a bug. It's an epidemic. It really is. It's a pandemic. There's no cure for this shit. Okay, so what specifically has changed? What I learned is that contrary to Aidan's words, his actions have met the legal standard of the charges against him. Like what? What? So let me get this straight. Did you just find out about the 𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃 incident? Did you just find out about that? Because I've been pretty vocal about that. Like back before you got the bug, right? You knew about the 𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃 and Jen McCabe. You knew about that. You knew about the rolling rally. You didn't seem to think there was anything wrong with it back then. So what's changed exactly? I'm sorry. They have. That is a fact. Really good points they're making here. That is a fact. I'm sorry. Good points. The First Amendment is not a catch-all safety net for all speech. Agreed. And harassment is not protected speech. Well, retard, because that's what you are, a full-fledged fucking retard, Emily Avery. If you knew anything about my case, you would know that Jennifer McCabe and Chris Albert both applied for harassment prevention orders. Keyword, harassment. And you know what the judge O'Malley told Chris Albert? This doesn't fit the legal standard for harassment. So actually, I haven't harassed anyone according to the law. It's a crime. Well then, given the fact that witnesses in an ongoing criminal case have heightened protections, as they should, and there is an abundance of clear-cut evidence against them. Like what? Like what? Just online, I'd say Aidan is screwed. See, this is all, they can't, they're like, I supported him until I looked at the facts. She can't name one. She can't name one because she's got the bug. Okay? Again, not because he's a victim of a corrupt government, but because he blatantly broke the law. How? Can you explain? Can you explain how? Can you tell me one way I broke the law? He likes to claim that he was only asking questions. I was asking a lot of questions and exercising his rights as a journalist. No, that's not what I'm claiming. I am a journalist, but forget about that. I'm an American citizen. I was peacefully protesting, as is my right. That's not my right as a journalist. Journalists don't have special rights. American citizens do. But that is such a misrepresentation of the law and a major trivialization of his aspect. So again, we are 2 paragraphs into this now. She can't name a single thing I did that was illegal. Not one. She hasn't given a single example. Her opinion has changed. She can't explain why. Just that she's sorry. Look at the facts. She can't name a fact, but she sure knows about them. That would be like if Aidan stole something. Oh, I mean, I can't. I am so glad that my enemies are this retarded. I am so glad. I'm like, wow, thank God that these are the people I lost in the divorce. The stupidest ones. The fucking retards. Because that's what Emily Avery is. And if I saw her in her face, I'd be like, you are fucking retarded, bitch. You're a stupid ass hoe. And guess what? That's not against the law. And if you were a witness, it wouldn't be against the law either. Because a stupid ass hoe is a stupid ass hoe, and that's you. It would be like if Aidan stole something and was arrested for theft and then claimed to his audience that he wasn't actually stealing something, that he was borrowing it. I can't. That is the dumbest analogy I've ever heard in my life. When you steal something from people, that is a crime. You are literally taking something from them. Right? You're hurting them. Who got hurt? Who did I hurt? Did anybody lose any money out of this? Did anybody get physically assaulted out of this? Was anybody in fear for their life? At all? Nothing. I mean, I just can't. Calling a crime something else doesn't change whether it meets legal definition. So she has an entire fucking paragraph here. Look at that centograph. Look at it. And she cannot explain why I did, like what specifically I did that was illegal. She can't do it. Whether 𝗵𝗄𝗄 and 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗺 can convince a jury that Aidan was exercising protected speech despite meeting those legal standards for harassment doesn't change the fact that law enforcement was within their rights to issue a warrant for his arrest. I want you to pause right there and think about that sentence. This sentence right here, when I read that, I'm like, this is them. This is how hypocritical these people are. Who is she simping for here? Read that carefully. Law enforcement was within their rights to issue a warrant for his arrest. Who applied for the warrant in my case? She says law enforcement. Notice she says law enforcement. Who's she talking about? Oh, right. Brian Tully. Brian Tully did that. She is simping for Brian Tully and saying that Brian Tully is a stand-up cop who is well within his rights to seek out a warrant to arrest me after the Attorney General refused to. After months of them being like, how do we stop him? How do we stop him? What was Michael Proctor's words? Why aren't we just arresting him? What's the difference? He said, what's the difference if we just arrest them? And she's defending them. Okay, she goes on to say, which means he wasn't unfairly targeted. And this isn't a case of corruption. All right. All right. If I wasn't unfairly targeted, why was I the only one arrested who was at the rolling rally? Riddle me that. Can you do that? The Roccos likely have come to the realization, as have many of us. Let me be very clear about that. I don't give a fuck about the Roccos. The Roccos are nobodies. I mean, they're nice people. Okay. I've had many nice conversations with Jenna. She's very sweet. I don't give a fuck about the Roccos. Who the fuck are the Roccos? Literally, no one is here for the Roccos. No one. They were good fundraisers for Karen Reed. Very good. No one gives a fuck if they support me at all. I have a billion fucking people who support me. I don't need, they're like, oh, that's why the Roccos don't support them. As if that fucking matters. No offense to the Roccos, but they know that. They're just fucking two people who supported Karen Reed. That's it. They didn't write any fucking stories. They didn't fucking do any work. They raised money. They held raffles, okay? Giveaways. They were good at that. That's it. They didn't do any. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Like losing Melanie Little, that would matter. If you like Melanie Little, because she's got a tremendous influence. Tremendous. Like people are like, oh, he lost the Roccos. Who gives a fuck? Who the fuck are the Roccos? Who the fuck are they? Literally, no one is here because, like, I'm a big Rocco fan. I am a huge fan of the Roccos. No one, literally no one, like no one ever. There is one thing that makes Nick Rocco relevant, and I don't even think you would agree with this. It's that he's perceived as Karen Reed's spokesperson. That's it. Whether or not he is, I don't know, but he is perceived as that. So, like, when he talks, people are like, did Karen tell him to say that? That is the only reason at all that they are at all relevant to anything. And I don't mean to shit on them for that. That is not that is not shitting on them. That is just an undeniable fact that the only reason, like, who are the Roccos? Exactly. Literally nobody is like, I'm a big Rocco fan. I'm a big Nick Rocco fan. Bro, nobody cares if the fucking Roccos don't support me. They have no influence. They don't matter. It is what it is. They ain't the only ones that can raise money. They ain't the only ones. Like, we'll be okay. Nobody cares. And by the way, he's like, he is I don't think anyone would, it's really hard to argue that Nick Rocco isn't kind of like the PR guy for them. Maybe not officially, but it has been disaster after disaster since the acquittal. And not just because of me. Just disaster after disaster. And it couldn't have possibly been handled any worse. So that's all I'm saying. Okay? Anyway, back to this. Yeah, and he was on court TV a lot during the trial, and that was cool. Good for him. You know why he was on there instead of me? Because he doesn't have charges. Because they didn't arrest him. They just needed a cleaner version of Turtleboy, I guess. I don't know. And by the way, none of the things Aidan did to earn those charges were necessary in raising awareness for Karen Reed. Really? The rolling rally didn't raise awareness for Karen Reed? Really? My activism and going and highlighting the behavior of the McAlberts, that didn't? Which, by the way, Karen Reed, if you read my, she knew everything I was doing and approved of it. He did those things for himself. No, bitch, I did those things for John O'Keefe. What good his activism did has long been dwarfed by his betrayal and continued shitty behavior. No, cunt. My activism freed an innocent woman from lifetime in jail. That's it. We raised $1.1 million because of the fucking apparatus that I built. You don't get to redefine history, cunt. You don't know shit. You're fucking nobody. Just like the Roccos. You're a fucking nobody, bitch. So anyway, yeah, TLDR, you support corruption. That's it. That's it. Anyway, Aidan is not a victim of corruption. Imagine saying that. Ain't no one reading this, bitch. All right. Anyway. All right. So that's that. Let me, I got a little video here I want to show you before we get into the Kelsey shit, which I know Kayla's going to be mad about. So there was Fervent, who everyone should subscribe to. The Fervent YouTube presentation has put together a episode of a new show called the Hos Defendants. Am I still live? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And I have not watched this yet. And my producer, Laura, I don't even know, producer, my everything, Laura from London, wanted me to do a dry run, like just watch it without watching it. So we're going to watch it right now. She wants to see my live reaction to this. I have not watched it yet. This is my first time watching this. All right. Where'd it go? Oh, where'd it go? I just had it. I just had it queued up. What's the score in the UConn game? Oh, it's 7 points. UConn's winning. God damn it. All right, where'd it go? I just had it. Oh, there it is. Let's play it. Wait, no, wait. I played the wrong thing. Do I not have it queued up? I can't find. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's got a separate tab.
Chloe?
No.
Where could she be?
Maybe she's with Higgins' phone. Did you check the military base?
There ain't no party like a 𝗃𝗃 party. 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 Now they're out here calling us the Hos Defendents. How the hell do we even contest this? Guess Karen really wants her vengeance. Oh shit, now we're known as the Hos Defendants. Hos Defendants. We the Hos Defendants. We the Hos Defendants. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant.
Evan from South Park.
To be a Hos Defendant?
Episode 1.
You ready?
Yeah, totally.
So where was Higgins's Jeep?
In the driveway?
Wrong. It was at the mailbox. That's on page 227 of the script. Come on, Matt.
I love that. Oh, thank you.
Hey, Mr. Higgins, here to dump more phones? Nope, just cutting through. There you go. Thanks, Mr. Higgins.
Like you.
Chloe! Are you even looking? Aren't you an investigator?
Wait, what?
I'm a
What's
Boston cop.
Hold on. What's with her tits? What's with the tits? Why are they like that? And okay, it's good, but Nicole needs to be more grizzled. Nicole has to have the Marlboro Reds voice, you know. Was beat up by life, you know. She's needs poor Irish face, as Plevin called it.
I'm a Boston cop, not animal control.
Yes.
How about this? When they ask about my emotions that night, what are you going to say?
I'll say you were shockingly calm.
No, Matt. Shock and horror. Those are the buzzwords. Did you even read the script?
Look, weed whacker.
Hey, you're cute.
And you double trouble?
Want to get out of here?
What do you want?
To hang out, Netflix and chill?
You want to watch Netflix with me?
Never mind.
She'll be back.
I need to do something to get her off my mind.
Who, Chloe?
Want to go upstairs?
Oh, that's
Careful. Last time we did that, I butt dialed Higgins.
When they ask about the guy, what are you going to say?
Easy. The guy never came in the house.
You forgot the punchline. It's not a story, it's a fact. We'll both say that exact line. Nobody will think it's suspicious.
Yes.
Who should I text? Hey, Kelsey.
Kelsey?
I heard your boyfriend kind of sucks. If you're looking for a decorated dude, text me back. You are so smooth.
How did it go?
Oh, terrible. They have all our texts. Like, all of them. We're so screwed. Well, good luck, honey.
Honey!
He runs. Mom! Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin's there.
Dad, I brought Chloe home.
Oh, boy.
They sleep through everything.
They sleep through everything. Oh, boy. That was good. That's big. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes.
Hello? Oh, Brian.
222.
John never went in the house. It's not a story, it's a fact.
John never went in the house. It wasn't a story. It was the truth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it is.
Okay. So that was excellent. Thank you very much. That was as advertised. We need more, Fervent. We need more, sir. Thank you. That was really, really good. Okay. All right. So let's get to some of the Kelsey shit. And then again, if you want your messages read, I'll do a turtle chat read soon. And thank you to the people who joined tonight and became members. Let me see. I always forget to thank the members. This is new to me. We got a new member here, Geraldine. Welcome aboard. You're going to like it here. Okay, member twice, I guess. My pleasure, Susan M. Big Kelsey fan myself. So, Mrs. Jackson says, I love watching the Amazon wishlist sell out while the haters cried on X. Did they cry? Dude, all I got left is the chair and the Tupperware. That's it. You guys are dope. I'll probably have more shit tomorrow. This is great. I keep thinking of shit. I'm like, oh man, need this. Hey, if people are willing to do it, fuck it. Let's go. Let's see. What else was I saying here? That's Miss Jackson. Who else do we have here? New member, the Turtle new member, welcome aboard. Never's Engine, welcome aboard. I sent you a message with a list for your Amazon. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you guys have any ideas about shit I would need, like for the house, send it over. I'm all ears. Like I need ideas. I'm a guy. I'm a single guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not living with a woman. So I don't know what the fuck to do with the whole house. I don't know what to do. That's not what I do. I shovel. I mow the lawn. I don't know what to do on the inside. Thank you. What's Irish and stays out all night? Patio furniture. That's good. I like that. I get it. Sarah says, watch the new 2020 episode about 𝗺𝗿 eyebrow. Lauren was featured. I know. I had to laugh and remember your better eyebrows. Like, why? Free Turtleboy, thank you. Why would anybody seek her expertise on anything? Like, what? Who is she? And why is she on TV? Like, what? Okay, thanks. St. Kearney says, whatever happened to Lauren Eyebrows True Crime? Did she finally just shut her up? No, she was on TV last week at 𝗺𝗿. Looking for attention. Emily EC says Foreskin was bragging how fast she went through 37 pages of it already. And what'd they find? Member for 4 months. Thank you. And free Turtleboy. Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's pull up Kelsey's messages here. Kelsey Fitzsimmons text messages. Okay. NBC Boston has fucking... Oh, it's going to make me force quit again. It keeps doing this. It's like making me force quit Google Chrome. So if I have to force quit, I'm sorry. And I'll be right back if I have to, but I'll just put that down there. All right. All right. So these are the text messages from June 30th, the day she got shot. Remember, they got back from their joint bachelorette party, and they had a big fight up there, and it was ugly, and he's moving out, and the wedding's off, and all this shit, and he just leaves, and so she's supposed to drop the baby off with him, so she can go to work and take like some sort of CPR class or something. And this is what transpires. Okay. I wish they timestamped these, but it is what it is. All right. You woke me up. Let me know. I have to bring our son to work with me. You know what I mean by that. I'm like not married. Okay. Let's see. So anyway, it goes, you just woke me up to let me know I have to bring our son to work with me. And he goes, you were not listening then. I will happily pick our son up and watch him at work. I said I didn't. So I will happily pick our son up and watch him at work. I said I didn't want to be in the house at this time. You have to respect that. You are choosing to not have me watch him and bring him to work. So he's like, I won't go to the house to pick the kid up. That's it. So he's like not taking the kid because you're not a babysitter. You're his dad. Exactly. This is our home where the three of us live. Okay. Well, he doesn't want to live there anymore. And by being his dad, I will watch him and pick him up. If you wish, I'll take him. Yeah. You seem like you really want to see him. You're not a babysitter, Justin. You don't just watch him. You could simply just come home and be home with him. You know, the home where our family lives. So it seems to be like he's the one that doesn't want to be with her anymore. And she's still willing to be with him. That's what it sounds like to me. But like he wants to just move out and then be like, yeah, I get it. He's basically like treat himself like a babysitter. Again, there's no arrangement yet. There's no, like, they haven't been to court. Like, he literally chose to walk out. The baby lives in the house. That's it. And he goes, right now, Kels, those are the options. I will and can pick him up to be with him while you are at work. But you are choosing to bring him to work. You have to respect that I need space and time and will not be entering the house alone. Okay. You are choosing to bring him to work. Okay. Your space is abandoning your family. I don't understand why you can't come in our house and you won't explain it. I will not be single parenting for days and days on end. When you strike me in the face several times and physically assault your best friends, Kels, you set the tone. So these are allegations on his part. I'm reacting in the best possible way to find a way forward, and this is what I need. It is not about you, what you need anymore. We need to be the best parents possible, and I cannot do that in the house at this time. So devil's advocate, I get it. Like he hit me. We don't know what the fuck is true, what's not. Okay. We don't know. And by the way, if he doesn't feel comfortable in this relationship and he doesn't want to be with her and live in the same house as her, that's his choice. That alone does not make him a bad person, right? Not wanting to be with somebody and live with them is not what's wrong with him. What's wrong with him is the underhanded things he did to make himself a single dad. That's what's fucked up about him. Okay. Like, I totally get it. Like, if he doesn't want to be with her, if this relationship's toxic, it is a healthy thing to do to remove yourself from that. Right. But so I get that. I'm reacting in the best possible way to find a way forward. And this is what I need. It is not about what you need anymore. We need to be the best parents possible. And I can't do that in the house at this time. Just not even true, but okay. Abandon your son, thumbs up. I forgot everything that comes out of another woman's mouth is the truth, right? Good luck to you. And that woman and another one are all lying. You're missing valuable days with your son that you will never get back by your choosing. You're making me a single mother by your own choosing. I'm rescheduling our son's surgery right now. I won't be doing this alone. Answer the phone. Okay. Sad that you let your feelings toward me affect your son. Poor kid, the purest, innocent soul gets affected because you won't help me fast him. Would you like to tour his daycare with me? Okay. So he's like, this is like Karen and John all over again, right? It's the same dynamic. I need some space. And then she's like all up his ass, right? Answer the phone. By the way, I've been there before too. You've 5150 put all the shit out. Oh, he called me a million times. Yeah, I did. Because you were threatening to do some crazy shit. Okay. People call each other a million times sometimes. Like, I'm so sick of that being like, that's fucking crazy. Bitch, don't act like you weren't going to pick up on the 11th time. Stop it. Stop it. Don't act like this wasn't a fucking game with you two. Stop it. Don't act like you weren't just playing hard to get, because that's all it is. If you were going to pick up on the fucking 10th time, then you were just fucking playing a game. That's it. You just block them. You can just block them. But no, you like the chase. Some people like the chase. This guy likes the chase. Okay. Yeah, she's up his ass. She's calling him because she knows he's going to fucking answer. He likes it. He's getting off on that. Stop it. Goes on a sec. Then she's like, the daycare thing, she knows that's going to hook him in. He's ignoring the other shit. He's like, okay, daycare. No, my son is offered free daycare. We don't have $500 a week for daycare. Free daycare, aka Lisa Alain's house. That's what he means by that. That's what he means by the free daycare. Which, you know, I would take if I were them because it's free, right? When I had my daughter when she was first born, I think, my mother-in-law's, she worked at a daycare. So it was great, actually. It was a 2-for-1, but we still paid, we still paid to do it because you can't go for free. But daycare, I think, is good for kids because you interact with other kids, I think it's good. You learn how to deal with other children and play with them and get along. I think daycare is good. He's going to daycare. Don't worry about the money. It's taken care of. Who's paying for it? Doesn't matter. Okay. Do you want to tour with me or not? Well, it does matter. It doesn't. If you want to come, great. If you don't, great. You want to place a 4-month-old in daycare? Yeah, that's not that abnormal. Do you want me to pack your stuff and move it out? I'm going to have to sell my house and find an apartment. I need my debit card and license you took right now. That's it. Don't have it. Why would I have that? I'll leave all your stuff outside. I have to put my house on the market. Again, this is just dramatic. Like I've been here before about like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to do this. Okay. So far I see nothing here that's like that out of the ordinary. Goes on saying, I can't risk being in a situation I can't afford. Again, she's saying, I'm going to like sell the house. I know how this game is played. She's being dramatic. She's being like, she's hoping he says like, all right, fine, I'll come back. You don't have to sell the house. Like, I get all this. This is all part of the game. Okay. None of this is abnormal. You've told people you're leaving. You haven't told me. Who on earth have I told that to? You keep making things up. This is Jesus Christ. We've all been here before with this shit. Not me, that's for sure. Oh, really? I made that up. Okay. If you're leaving me, you need to tell me so I can figure out my life. Again, this is so toxic. This is like every conversation I had with fucking 5150 was just like, are we done? Or like, are we done? Or just like, oh, I'm going to have to do this. I have to sell that, except without the blackmail. That's the only thing that's the difference in this conversation between her and Justin and me and 5150 was less blackmail, basically. Less like, I'm going to tell Karen Reed that you were talking about having a threesome with her in 2023. Like, that's the only thing that's missing. Okay. All right. I need space and time right now. I don't have a plan. I just need space and time. Okay. That tells me nothing. After your space and time, are you leaving? That is, I just need space and time. What does that mean, bro? What about the kid? Okay, that tells me nothing. After your space and time, are you leaving? Because I need to come up with a plan. You're not going to leave me in the dark on my life. Okay, that's fine, Justin. Don't answer me. I'll put your stuff outside in boxes, of course. Get an attorney and sell this house. Again, been here before with this is all just her way of trying to get him to answer the fucking phone. He's not responding. So she's like, bitch, I'm going to put your shit in the lawn. I'm going to do this. This is just toxic, dramatic nonsense on both parts. Okay. I'm not going to be set up. This is my life. Am I paying the venue for the $6,000 or should I hold off? I have $6,000 waiting to send him. It's due July 1st. If I send it, we can't get a refund. We can't refund anything. Would you like me to send it or hold off? Again, so this is like 10 texts in a row. But again, then he answers. Again, if he's bothered by any of this shit, he could just block her. Only $1,500 was left to pay And I sent you that already. He's such a cheap fuck. So what am I doing? I think we're under contract to pay regardless. Can you send me the contract? No, I don't have it. Regardless. If I talk to this person, I'm sure he'll tell me to keep the money. Do you want me to send it or not? Not yet. I don't know. Laughing, crying emoji. Tells me everything I need to know. Thank you. I'll send it to my parents now for their troubles and call this guy's name today. Kelsey, that's not what I'm saying. I don't have any answers today. Kelsey, just hold for me. It's not due till the 4th. I'll meet you at the Common at 2 p.m. So they make plans to meet. For what? What do you mean for what? On the phone, you said that we can meet up in public or go for a walk. I'll see you at the Common with our son. So they spoke on the phone and they're like, let's meet at 2. Because he won't go to the house. He's scared to go to the house. He's like, I can't be alone with you. You're too crazy. So she's like, bitch, fine. I'll meet you in public. Okay. We'll do the kid exchange there because she's got to go to work. She's got to take a CPR class. She's got to drop the baby off with this mofo. And he's got to babysit for a bit. Okay. Meet at the park because he's too scared to go to the house. Okay, fine. I'll meet you at the park. Kelsey, I have no debit card, no license. My gas tank is empty and couldn't get money this morning to drive to get our son. So this guy's always broke too. Somehow he's a firefighter and he's got no money. Okay. Not the firefighters are rich, but they pay you enough to fill your gas tank. Why does he have no license? No, my gas tank is empty. Okay. So he literally can't leave the house because he's got no gas tank, no gas, no debit card. He doesn't have, a fucking phone that connects to his Apple Wallet. Like there's in a million ways you could pay for shit. Stop it. Like you can't get $2 worth of fucking change and put a little money in the gas tank. Okay. Can we meet tomorrow? He seems like he really wants to see the baby. Okay. Unless I can come get some money for gas. You don't have enough gas to get here? That's such a weak excuse. I haven't gone through any of my bags yet besides my purse, and many of my fucking was stolen as well. I don't know what that means. I will look in the other bags. I didn't even bother touching it because some substance was poured all over it. It smells really bad. I will look when I get the courage to go down to the basement. The less than 50 miles light was on before I grabbed my truck last night. There could be 5 miles or 20, but I have nothing and no way to get there. I mean, this guy really is using the excuse that he can't get gas money to go visit her. Really, bro? Is this the CPR class that she took the baby to? Yes, she ends up taking a baby to work with her. He's like a boy. Okay, I'll give you the money in the drawer. I'm going to work now. I'll see you at the Common at 2 o'clock with our son. I don't have gas to get there, Kels. You took my debit card and ID and did God knows what with it. Justin, I was chaotically packing bags. I didn't mean to take anything, but you still did. My bag has stuff stolen out of it, and my other bag has something poured all over it, causing every piece of my clothing to be soaked. I will look through one right now. Then I'm going to work. Why'd you tell me to come over at 10 then for this kiddo? If you were going to work now, like, oh, I had to, because it's your son, dipshit. Don't you want to see him? Because I wanted to sleep. I didn't sleep last night. Why does it matter? I decided to change it to 12:30. In the very bottom of my soaked bag is your toiletries, boxers, and cards. Sorry I got my bag at 10 p.m. last night and just bawled because my clothes are ruined. My stuff was stolen. I didn't even go through it all with the way. I don't know what you're talking about. Can I see you tomorrow instead? You literally work tomorrow. I will see you at 2. Shoot, I forgot work. Oh, so you'll see your son tomorrow. Except, oh, I forgot I'm working. So I can't. Really? I have no way of getting to town. Uber it, motherfucker. I don't know. Yes, you do. Ask your friend for a ride. Am I seeing you at 2 or not? Kelsey, I have no gas and physically can't get there. I'm looking for change around the house. There is none. You can't ask your fucking mom to borrow her debit card or something, bro. How'd you have enough gas not to be home right now then? So he's not home. I can't go into work. I'm done. Answer the phone. So you're out. That's why you won't come see me. I'm done. I'm driving up to the land. I'm going to the land. Where are you, Justin? Justin, what's going on? I'm worried. I'm really worried. Justin, are you okay? Why are you at a... So Justin, why are you at a man's house? So Kelsey found out. Kelsey went... She's not answering the phone, but they had plans to meet at the park. And she's like, this guy, he's going to show up. He has to show up. She drives to the park. And on her way there, she sees Justin's truck at a friend's house. So he's not even at home. He's at a friend's house. And there's girls there and shit, apparently. And so he is driving to the house, or she's driving to like do the baby exchange at the park because he's too much of a pussy to go to the house and he can't get there. He's got no gas money. And he's just hanging out socially. Just hanging out. This is the day. This is 2 p.m. 2.5 hours later, he's in the courthouse getting a restraining order on her because he's so scared of her. He's so scared. Why are you at this guy's house with your sister? What is going on? I thought I was meeting you at the common. What is going on? What is going on? I'm literally shaking. Why are you with girls at this guy's house? We're supposed to go for a walk with our son. The fuck is happening? I'm throwing up. Why are you with this woman? What is going on? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me, Justin? What are you doing this to me? What are you actually doing to me? Why are you with this woman? You need to communicate with me. This is not fair. You made a plan with me. Making plans with me and your son and ghosting me is just so mean. I'm going far, far away for a long, long time. Okay. So this is, again, this is, I get it. It's like, this is a toxic relationship. I guess it's manipulative. She sees he's not answering, right? She's dogging him. And so she's just going to be like, she's going to say anything she can to get his attention now. Anything. Because she knows he's going to respond. She knows that he's reading all these. She knows. Oh, UConn's up that much, huh? So that's over. Another bet lost. I was doing so well too. Wow. Alabama is smoking Texas Tech too. Another loss. My bracket's fucked. Okay. Anyway, back to this. You could have at least told me you changed your mind. Instead of standing me up and making me wait at a common for 2 hours, just really mean. Exactly. Also crazy for you to read all my texts, know how upset this made me. You don't love or care about me. This is so mean. Why wouldn't you just tell me you changed your mind instead of stand me up? If you drove there with this woman, you clearly had no intention of going for a walk with me or your son. Why would you make plans with us? I packed the diaper bag and stroller and a blanket to sit on just to be stood up. So she's trying to make this shit work. Okay. He doesn't want to be in a relationship. She's trying though, because she's trying to keep the family together here. Okay. I don't fault either one of them for that. Like if anyone doesn't feel comfortable in a relationship, they shouldn't be in it. Just because you have a kid together isn't any reason to stay together either. It's actually better if you're not. Like you called me saying that you were on your way to North Andover. Your mom gave you money and you would see me at 2. There you go. What happened since that phone call? If you're trying to hurt me, you're succeeding. I feel really fucking hurt. I just want to know why you made plans with me and our son and stood us up. Why couldn't you have just said never mind to me? Not have me wait at the comedy feed. That's a fair question. Ignoring the mother of your child and fiance. I don't get it. I really do not. You made it very clear. I'm not your family. I will pack your belongings and put it outside for you to retrieve. You're not family. I'll let you know when it's all outside. I need to get people to help me move it all. You don't have to lie to me and say you were meeting me. You don't have to leave me on, make you think you're going for a walk. Why didn't you just tell me? Why did you have me sitting in the park all day with our son? I mean, these are a lot of texts, okay? Very repetitive. And he's sitting there being like, this bitch is crazy. She's texting again. But, bro, This is all, you stood her up. You made plans to meet with her, and then you stood her up, and you didn't even send her a courtesy text. Apparently he's like in North Andover. Like, you couldn't even send her a courtesy text, telling her that. You're not just hurting me. The only way from the station to the park is to drive by Hunter's. See, this is the friend's house he's at. If you did this to hurt me, it worked. I told our son that we were going to see daddy. You're not just hurting me. Again, who? And he really wants to see the baby. He's got to work the next day. So he knows he can't see the baby tomorrow, but he makes no effort to see the baby at all. You set this huge plan to make me think my son and I were going to meet you for a walk, and then you ghosted me. I hope you know that hurts a lot. You ditched seeing your son. Like, why? Why couldn't you have just said something to me? You never had any intentions of seeing us. I sat and waited at the park until his bottle ran out. Oh, that's so sad. And nothing more to give him. Why couldn't you just have called me and said you changed your mind? Why do I again? And this is like her last hours with the baby. She has not seen the baby since. And you're not going to say your phone is in the truck, because when you click on your messages, it shows you read it. You're mean. You wanted a reaction from me. You won't get one. I'm on my way up to my land for the night. I love you. See, she's the one trying to make it work. I'm sorry. I'm so bullshit of a person that you couldn't even see your son smile today. We're going to our happy place. I'll send pictures when I get service. Oh, that means we're going to our happy place. It means she's going to New Hampshire. And then he gets the order. There you go. So do those make Kelsey look crazy? No. They make Kelsey seem like she is in a toxic relationship, a dysfunctional relationship between two people who should not be together, who should not get married, who absolutely should not get married, who have a kid together, right? And the only one of the two that is trying to co-parent is her. The only one. Now, she is also, not only is she trying to co-parent, she's still trying to be with him. I think that's obvious in the text messages. She wants to go for a walk. She brought a blanket for the picnic. It's going to be, you know what I mean? She's got different thoughts than he does. She's thinking like, I can still make this work. That's what she's thinking. He's thinking no fucking way. Okay. As is his right. That doesn't mean the fact that he doesn't want to be with her doesn't make him a bad person. Okay. If you don't want to be with somebody, don't be with them. But what's wrong with this is that he's not being a man and taking care of that baby. Okay. It's been 2 days since you've seen you left the house. That was your choice. Okay. You left the house. June 28th. You don't go back. June 29th. You don't see the baby. June 30th. She is literally begging you to see the baby. She's begging you to see the baby. Okay. She's sending you a million texts. You made plans after coming up with some bullshit excuse about gas money. You figured out a way to get to where she needs to meet her up at 2:00. And then you don't show up. Instead, you go to Hunter's house and she drives by and sees your truck there. You're with a bunch of chicks and you just don't answer. And what are you doing this whole time? You're going to the courthouse and telling them you're scared for your life and you need to take the baby from her. Lying to a judge to get a fucking restraining order and get that baby taken away from her. You didn't give a fuck. And if he didn't apply for that order, then she wouldn't be shot. I wouldn't even know the name Kelsey Fitzsimmons. I wouldn't even know the name. I wouldn't even know who that is because she wouldn't have got shot. And they are so lucky that she didn't die. Do you understand? Like the odds of her dying, a point blank shot to the chest, the odds of living are so small. Point blank range. Center mass. Shoot to kill. She somehow fucking survives. Like she's a gangster rapper or something. All right. Matter of fact, within 2 months, she's standing up in court. Okay. And now she's like, she could do the scram testing again, whatever. Like Steve Fitzsimmons almost lost his daughter. I think that's his only daughter too. You know, almost lost her because of Justin, because of the things that he put in motion, because he's not a man. And I hope Justin knows that you didn't shoot Kelsey Fitzsimmons, right? But you set this in motion. Your decisions on June 30th set this whole thing in motion. Okay. The fact that you agreed to meet with her to take the baby while she went to work and pays so she could pay the bills, because she's a working woman. It's been 4 months. She's already back at work. 4 months. She's already back at work. And by the way, she lost the baby weight too for you, man. She's looking spry. Okay. You should be happy with that. Not too shabby. All right. And like, you couldn't even call her back. Like, you agreed to go there, dude. And you're like, nah, I'm going to hang out with my friends instead. That's not being a man. And then you went to the courthouse instead of just calling her back and be like, there's so many other ways to resolve this, dude. Like, hey, you know what I don't see anywhere in those messages from him? I'm really worried about the baby. Kelsey, your behavior this weekend and the things that you said, I'm very concerned for our son. I'm very concerned for the safety of our son. I don't see anything like that in those messages. Did I miss those messages? The only messages that I heard from Justin was, I can't find gas money. And, oh yeah, I forgot I have to work tomorrow. I didn't remember that. Oh yeah, you're right. Can I have the baby? When do I get the baby? Oh wait, who's going to take care of the baby tomorrow? I haven't really thought about that far ahead. I just want the baby. That's all he's doing. I don't see anything in there, because he's down in the courthouse at this time being like, I got to read his whole affidavit. This is why I'm looking forward to the trial. I want to read his affidavit about what exactly he told this judge to get this fucking order. Because he had that judge believing that she is not only a danger to herself and to him, but a danger to the baby, because the baby got a restraining order too. The fucking baby got a restraining order when she's never done shit to that baby. And so, but I don't see anything in there in those text messages about like, Kelsey, you said that you were going to hurt the baby. Okay. Kelsey, I'm really concerned about your behavior and the danger it's putting our son in. I'm very worried about this. You know that I love you. You know that I care about you, but I care about our son. And I think you need help. I think that you just need whatever. Like, that's what a man would say. If she was actually a threat to the baby. He doesn't say anything like that. It's just, I can't find any gas money. I don't have any gas money. I can't even get there. I'm at Hunter's house. Kelsey, you were mean to me. You smacked me. Okay. Whatever. I don't care if she smacked him. If she smacked him at the bachelorette party, first of all, he probably deserved it. Secondly, I mean, that's not cool if that actually happened. But like, that doesn't mean she shouldn't have the fucking baby, you know? And like, are you really that scared of her, bro? She's like 100 pounds. Mostly up top, but I'm saying like 100 pounds. That's it. And you're scared of her? Stop it. Stop it. All right. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to this trial, man. Starts tomorrow. I'm interested in seeing the facts of this case play themselves out in court. Those messages to me, he released those. He wanted those messages out there. The prosecution did. Like, that was their response, because it says here, I'll read this. contentious text message exchange between former North Andover police officer Kelsey Fitzsimmons has been submitted as evidence in the upcoming assault trial that was unsealed Wednesday. The prosecution intends to bring up the text exchange during the trial to show Fitzsimmons' motive and state of mind. Like, how? I don't see anything in here that's like, I am going to kill a cop. Or if Justin gets this baby, I'm killing everybody. I don't see it. She's begging him to take the baby, as a matter of fact. Like, what? State of mind? On that day, Fitzsimmons was shot by fellow officers at her home. She's been charged with assault with a deadly weapon in relation to the confrontation, which occurred as police were serving her with the restraining order and informing her that Aidan, who claimed she had assaulted him and threatened the life of her son, and threatened the life of their son. How does he not reference that in the messages that day? He's got plenty of complaints about her that day. You smacked me. He doesn't mention anything about you threatened to kill our son, bitch. He doesn't mention any of that. And by the way, it's been 48 hours, 2 days. And you're this worried about her, going all Lindsay Clancy. And you seem really concerned for the welfare of the baby. Really concerned. Was obtained court-ordered custody of the child. Law enforcement alleges she pointed the gun, blah, blah, blah. Prosecutors say the June 30th texts demonstrate that Fitzsimmons was aware that her relationship with Aidan was in dire jeopardy. Totally. With her texts alternating between hostile and pleading. I would agree with that. Yeah. But she didn't shoot Justin. She's like, Justin's not the victim here. They claim, like, this is what they used with Karen Reed. They said that Karen Reed's messages show her desperate and trying to keep this broken relation. It's the same shit. It's the crazy woman thing that they're trying to go with here. And that the relationship, but John O'Keefe is dead. Like, they allege that Karen killed John O'Keefe and that the fact that the relationship was over and was ending was why she did it. That actually made sense. Okay, that was logical. This makes no sense. Now, that's not why Karen didn't hit John, so it doesn't matter. But like with this, it's like, who cares? What does that have to do with Noonan shooting her? What is that? What happened in that room? Yeah. Anyway, so there's that. All right. Let me read some turtle chat, shall we? All right. First up, what's the last one that we read? I think it was Karen with the Y. Okay. Beth Burns. Let's see what Beth Burns writes. Where'd it go? All right. Beth Burns sends $25 and goes, isn't your audience about 80% women? We love to shop. You setting up your home and letting us help you is our way of giving back to you. We definitely know how much work it is, but hopefully this makes it a little bit more fun for you and the kiddos. Free Turtleboy. Yeah, my audience is like, I think it's like 82% women. It's crazy. I never thought I feel like I'm running The View here or something like that. I had never thought I'd see the day. That's a lot of women. That's a very high percentage. 82%. That's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day. But that's a good point. Is that, yeah, you bitches are much better at interior decorating and all that shit than I am. I don't know what to do. So you're right. Maybe that's why I went so fast, because you guys want to, like, everybody wants to be my mom. Like, everybody got Lisa Perrault syndrome. Not that far. Okay. I'm not sucking your titties. I'm not milking you. But there was a lot of that. The people just want to help me out, So I appreciate that. Next. We have the Turtle sends 25 smackaroos and says, let's see what the Turtle says. Hold on. Uncle Doc, congrats on the new house. If any plumbing issues arise, the Turtle is also the plumber Is it too late to have Afro Man as a guest on your show? Because Cryford was painful to watch. Are the Pats going to sign AJ Brown? I hope so. I'm sick of hearing about it though. Again, I'd like to get Afro Man on. I'll take it. I mean, Crawford was just embarrassing having that on. Oh, that's one thing I want to bring up, the Adam Deitch thing. Don't let me go before we talk about Adam Deitch's interview. Okay, we got to talk about that because that was good too. So yeah. P.S. Afro Man likes tall cans. Okay. Next. Afro Fan liked sends $20 and goes, how embarrassing was Mike's waste of an interview? It was. I mean, I analyzed it on Turtle Club, some of it, Sex Cult. It was bad. It was not good. But, you know, and all he cares about is that he got the interview. Like, that's all that matters to him. The actual substance of the interview, I mean, that was embarrassing. Like 300 people watched it, bro. You have the most talked about person in LawTube in, you know, that day. It was all over everywhere. And you got the fucking interview and you had 300 people watching, bro. That's pathetic. Pathetic. Next, Andrea sends $10 and says, remember that Justin claimed that Kelsey would punch her pregnant stomach. He goes, it would take an evil woman to do something like that. That's not her. Free Kelsey. Yes. Yeah, notice he didn't mention that in the text messages. Like, wouldn't that be the first thing he said? Bitch, you were just talking about punching your fucking stomach. That'd be like the first thing I bring up. The first thing. Almost like it didn't happen. Just saying. Jolie sends $5 and says, hi, Daddy. You really want to piss off Justin? Start dating Kelsey. Okay, easy, everybody. Easy. Again, we're not going there. Okay. Again, just taking a picture with somebody. Everybody lost their mind over that fucking picture. Okay. Again, her and I would be a disaster anyway. I think we can both agree on that. Like, because we're both the person that sends a million text messages. You know what I mean? We're both the person that calls a bunch of times. Like, so that I think we can all agree that would be a fucking disaster. But again, I know I just fucking ooze sex appeal. You guys see a picture of me with somebody else. You're like, oh, one of their fucking easy, guys. Easy. A little respect here. I'm a professional. Stop it. Just did it with Jenduso once. That was it. It was a one-time thing. Other than that, I like to separate work and everything. Okay. Take it easy. Next. What do we have here? Roger, did I read Roger Suarez? Sends $10 and says, Justin Alain is a son of a bitch in my OG Afroman voice. OG Afroman. Okay, that's his Twitter account. Thank you very much for that. Yes, he is a son of a bitch. Is this Lick 'em low, Lisa? I can't get that song out of my head. Thank you. All right, next. Sultry Cat Lady sends $10 and says, you like nasty? Come to my website and let's be friends. SultryCatLady.com. What am I going to see here? Okay. Interesting. All right. I get a lot of interesting messages. Thank you, Sultry Cat Lady. Next. Mary Hughes sends $5 and says, don't read aloud. Okay, thanks. Next. Java Julene sends $25 and says, oh my God, Daddy, tell me to sit there, listen, and just swallow that shit. Love your content. Again, I can't say anything without it being like people. Some women love that shit. Yeah, nasty bitches. You love it when I tell you to sit there and fucking swallow it. For some reason, that's just a turn on for some people. And I don't know why, but I kind of do. Next, the other Mary B sends $5 and says, I hope your mortgage pump company had a pain profit discount. I think it's your birthday too, Mary B. If not, I apologize. I hope you enjoy. If so, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy every moment in that sweet, sweet pain palace. I sent you a great idea for your list if you're upgrading to a studio. We appreciate you. Well, thank you. That is, I do want to have like a studio, BLT style. Okay, not, but like in my house. I'll rent it out, you know? Add more stuff to the Amazon list. I'm going to. I mean, what are we down to now? All we got left is the Tupperware right now and the chair. I can't believe somebody bought the fucking vanity. You guys are amazing. I thought that was a maybe. That was like, if that didn't get bought, I completely understand. I was more than prepared to buy it. Oh, my daughter's going to lose it tomorrow when she sees that. She's like, somebody bought me the vanity? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Turtle Riders, baby. That's how they do. They love you. Next. Maggie sends $5 and goes, how early should we be at the courthouse if we want to get a seat for Kelsey's trial? As the general public, do you think? I have no idea, but I think tomorrow's going to be the biggest day as far as like media and whatever, you know? So is what it is. All right. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Turtle chats. I don't see any. Let me just lick 'em low, Lisa. Let's see if we have any cash apps here. All right. Priscilla sends $5, goes pool noodles. I got pool noodles, basketball goal, beach towels. I got a bunch of those, but thank you, Priscilla. I'm actually good on all those fronts, but yeah, I suppose you could have more. Dominique sends $5 and go, you know what? The one thing the house is missing that's annoying me, because you've already found stuff I don't like. No linen closet. That's like a big thing. Like on the second floor, every house should have a linen closet. Like you need somewhere to put the extra sheets and just random shit. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm going to do with it all now. Like, what do you do with the extra sheets if you don't have a linen closet? What do you do? Where do you put it? You know? So I got to figure that out, but we'll see. Okay. Dominique sends $5, goes, Greg Connor is corrupt piece of shit. Look up his website. I don't know what that means. Look up his website, but yeah, he's the 𝗺cie pawn. It's pretty obvious. He's the 𝗺cie pawn. Emily sends $5 and goes, let's do an Amazon wish list with supporters. Let's do a live Amazon wish list with supporters. I don't know what that means, but thank you, Emily. Christina sends $10, goes, didn't Kelsey lose her job because of Justin? I mean, she resigned. I don't think she was going back. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Oh, I see. You're saying what 5150 said about, yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's the one that got canceled. So why shouldn't he lose his job too? All right. If anyone else wants their messages read, click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. Okay. Let me see. YouTube history. I wonder if I see this. All right. Adam Deitch did an interview. I saw this like a few weeks ago when this was on. Adam Deitch, who's running for DA. He's the U.S. attorney who aggressively went after the McAlberts. He did an interview with this random Stoughton like cable access channel, I think it is. Hold on, I'm looking for the video. I had it queued up. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I want to play some of this shit that he says here that's kind of interesting about the First Amendment.
Collect data.
By the way, not that it matters because it's 20 whatever, and it shouldn't matter at all. I don't. It does matter in politics. Like, this is what people like a family man. You know what I mean? And this is, I don't know if we're supposed to ask this question. He's gay, right? Like, that's okay. That's great. But just so we're clear, because that's like usually the first thing that, I mean, Mayor Pete, that's like his entire thing, right? He's like, I'm gay, love dick, love it. But you could say it doesn't matter, but people run on it. That's like a thing. He's gay, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Am I wrong, chat? Am I like, I don't, isn't he? I could be wrong. I don't want to, like, you know, I'm not trying to wait. Is he? I mean, can we have that discussion? I haven't heard him talk about like his wife and kids. Have you? Isn't that like what politicians love, showing off the wife and kids? They love being like, here I am. Here's my fucking pictures with the wife and kids. We're so happy. But actually, I hate this bitch. I haven't seen him do. I mean, he's a well-dressed, sharp, well-groomed. Your gaydar didn't go off? Yeah, okay, we get it. We get it. You don't care. We get it. You're missing the whole fucking point. It's politics. This is like the first thing people bring up when you're running for office. You don't think so? Do I have bad? Is my gaydar off? We need our gay. We need Jimmy. Where's Jimmy? He'll tell us. Okay. I don't know. Just ask Jimmy. He'll tell us. He'll know in 5 seconds.
It's kind of a pain at the front end of a case for investigators and prosecutors to have to go through a checklist of questions to input data. I know prosecutors who kind of go through the motions, even in the older systems that we have. But I don't know how you measure success unless you're collecting and analyzing data. Most police departments collect and analyze data, so it exists, it's possible. And there are models in the United States where integrating modern systems of data collection and analyzing it improve outcomes. And so that's something that I think is important. It scares people to talk about this because people think of the time it's going to take. And
nobody wants to be sitting there doing data entry.
But I agree, nor do I. But I think there are ways to make it pretty seamless. And while maybe there's a short learning curve, and it's a resource intensive thing because you need to find the right system that works for the office, I think it's too important. And the public deserves answers to the questions that they have about how the DA's office is doing, about what it's doing, about how it's doing over time. And especially internally, how we allocate resources, how we measure success. I don't know how you do that without real data.
Yeah, that's very fair. Okay, so what do you see as the proper relationship between the DA's office and local law enforcement, considering that tension between rooting out corruption and relying on local police forces in order to bring most cases? Right?
You need a strong relationship between the DA's office and local law enforcement. In fact, local, state, and federal law enforcement. I think there's an easy way to strike the balance. When I talk about corruption or police corruption, I want to say that I have stood shoulder to shoulder with members of law enforcement who I admire. The overwhelming majority of our police officers in Massachusetts do the job for the right reasons, are committed to public service, and are truly outstanding at what they do. I think the examples that I've found in my own investigations and prosecutions, those are examples of misconduct. Those are the exceptions. And I think it is absolutely necessary for the DA's office to be successful, for the office to have incredibly strong relationships with the police chiefs in our 28 cities and towns in Norfolk County, with the state police, and with our federal law enforcement partners. One reason why it is challenging for DA's offices to handle corruption cases is because some DAs or some offices have a hard time navigating.
And just to be clear, I keep seeing this. Next person I'm going to smack him that says, who cares if he's gay? I don't care if he's gay. No one, like, some people do. He's running for office. He needs those people to vote for him. That's why I'm saying this. Like, who cares if he's gay? If it didn't matter if you were gay in politics, then why the fuck is Mayor Pete always telling us he's gay? Right? Like, why? If it doesn't matter. Like, clearly it matters. Clearly it's like the first thing they talk about. Who cares if he's straight or married? I don't know. Then why the fuck is every politician always talking about, here's my beautiful family. Look at us. I'm so straight. And here's my fucking kids. Why do they bring that up? He's running for office. That's why it matters. Because it matters. I don't know why it matters. It just fucking does. Stop it. But again, let's move on from the gay thing. I want to just throw that out there because I think it's a discuss. I don't know. It's just interesting. I don't know. I can't wait. If he's gay, I can't wait for him to be the first gay DA. I can't wait. That's all I'm saying. If he's straight, that's great too. Either way, it's great. It's awesome.
Relationships with partners while trying to root out wrongdoing or misconduct. And I think one critical way to roll out an anti-corruption task force is to dedicate an ADA, an assistant district attorney, who's insulated in that unit and who's not him or herself out there partnering with members of law enforcement to do other kinds of cases.
Okay.
And so I think there's a smart way to do that where you're not jeopardizing your relationship.
Ара, how do you feel about the prosecution of civil disobedience?
Oh, here we
while
go.
also maintaining the integrity
Here's
of
the
both
question.
the task
Here's the
force, the
question.
office, and the departments.
Okay. All right. In this era, how do you feel about the prosecution of civil disobedience related crimes?
Oh,
yeah, it's that question.
I don't know what he's getting at here. I know how I feel. I have been prosecuted for civil disobedience, have I not? Let's see. So this guy could be the next DA who theoretically would oversee my prosecution. What are his thoughts on this? Yeah, and that's the thing. Crawford only supports Juna Perkins because she goes on his show. That's it. Adam Deitch doesn't go on his show, and that's why. That's literally it. That's his entire politics. Who comes on my show?
Becomes more salient every day and week that passes. I think first and foremost, the First Amendment is one of the most critical precepts of our government and our country and our democracy.
I like that.
Civil disobedience is part of the fabric of who we are as a people. And I think given certain things that we've seen, especially in cities across the country over the last month or two, it's never been more important to ensure that people have a right to organize, to enjoy their right to free speech.
Oh, yeah.
Up to a point.
Up to a point. Okay. So he's like, he's talking about organizing. He's talking about like anti-ICE protests and shit. He's a Democrat. Okay. So he's doesn't like ICE, I'm sure. Which is fine. I don't really give a shit about politics here. I just want the anti-𝗵𝗺cie. I don't care about any of that. All I care, I will vote for the biggest communist in the fucking world if it means getting rid of the 𝗵𝗺cie machine. All right. But, you know, he says here that like, yeah, you have a right to protest. You have a right, like a rolling rally, you're saying. Like a rolling rally. Interesting.
Obviously, if people are violating any kind of law or jeopardizing public safety in any way, that's when lines are crossed. But I think that the step one to enjoy their
the line. When is the line crossed? When is the First Amendment line crossed? When?
Right to free speech, up to a point. Obviously, if people are violating any kind of law or jeopardizing public safety in any way, that's when lines are crossed. But
when people are violating or jeopardizing public safety, have I jeopardized public safety? Has anyone even made that argument? So that's interesting that the next DA, that his philosophy is that the only time that we should curb free speech is when the public's safety is put in jeopardy. Innocent, not guilty. If that's his philosophy, right? What he's saying here, he's talking about anti-ICE protests, that the only way that protests become illegal is when they start burning shit, when they start like hurting innocent people and putting people in jeopardy. Then it becomes a problem. I'm not even close to that. I'm not even fucking close to that. I like that answer. That's a good answer.
I think that the step one is the First Amendment is there for a reason, and people have a right to peacefully protest.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
thank you.
I'm gonna try to tease out some nuances here because,
bro, I'm telling you right now, this guy is going to be the bomb. He is going to be so aggressive. He's doing this because he's pissed off at the way it happened.
You said violating any kind of law, and there are many kinds of law, several of which can be violated in the course of civil disobedience, right? Blocking a highway to cross a famous bridge, violating some laws, right? And so what, you know, where do you draw?
Okay, so by the way, and this guy totally fucks the interview up. Like, how do you not address the elephant in the room? This is Stoughton News, right? I am the most, bro, it's fucking all, like I was arrested for civil disobedience. This guy could be the one prosecuting it. How do you not ask him about that? Blocking highways. No one in Stoughton is blocking any highways, bro. You don't even have a highway to block. This is not New York City, dude. This is not Boston. This guy's acting like there's like some big anti-ICE protest taking place in Norfolk County. Nothing like that is happening here. The only person who has been charged, I'm not the only person, actually, many people, all those people with the rubber duckies, did we forget about them? The Canton Nine? We were all fucking charged with witness intimidation. I'm the only one that's still going. But like, how are you not addressing that specifically?
The line between saying, okay, laws have been violated here,
He brings up
but they are not laws that require prosecution because the First Amendment outweighs this particular situation.
So I think this is exactly why you need thoughtful leaders in positions of power in prosecutors' offices, because I think, and we've seen different examples of this across the country in our history, reflexive, regimented prosecutorial decision-making can be very dangerous and harmful in our democracy. And while I think, there are, when you say civil disobedience, that can mean a lot of different things. It can mean peaceful protesting. It can mean it can be offices. Because I think, and we've seen different examples of this across the country in our history, reflexive, regimented prosecutorial decision-making can be very dangerous and harmful.
You mean like selective persecution of me can be harmful? Thank you.
Our democracy. And while I think, there are, when you say civil disobedience, that can mean a lot of different things. It can mean peaceful protesting. It can mean laying in front of traffic. And I think when you see what's going on across the country, I certainly feel strongly about some of the things I've seen on TV and some of the things I've seen, in or near our backyard. And so, it's everything needs to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis, whether that's civil disobedience or all kinds of other crimes.
Like hurling a sandwich.
Like hurling a sandwich.
Yes.
And you look at the situation, you look at the context, you look at the particular defendant.
So that was an anti-ICE protester who hurled the sandwich, got charged with it, an ICE guy. Again, I didn't throw any sandwiches. I didn't assault anyone. And so if he's saying that he thinks it's okay to do that, I disagree. But I think that bodes well for me because I ain't done shit like that.
For the person who throws the sandwich, you look at whether that affected public safety and if so, how, and you make decisions in each case.
Okay. How do you feel, what do you feel should be the appropriate relationship between the DA's office and federal law enforcement, including immigration, CBP, et cetera?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, local law enforcement.
Of crimes or categories of crime that you think are a waste of public resources to prosecute. So, for example, I'm thinking of former Suffolk County DA Rachel Rollins and former U.S. Attorney Rachel Rollins, actually. But in her time as Suffolk DA, she had a blanket policy. She was not going to prosecute nonviolent misdemeanors.
Suffolk County DA's office that made, I think, the first inroads in Massachusetts to integrate data-driven prosecution.
Yeah.
Public safety first and treatment second. But I think
right, we have a country with a long history of prosecuting and jailing people on faulty evidence, right? To some extent, you're always going to have convictions of innocent people, but because any human system is fallible. However, there are kinds of evidence that are.
I just can't believe what a fucking idiot this guy is. Like, this is the interview you're having. You want to talk about ICE? This guy's, I can already tell this guy's left wing. I get it. His brain is like run by Donald Trump. He doesn't even, like, you have the guy here. Like, it's Norfolk County, bro. Everyone wants to talk about Karen Reed, Turtleboy, Sandra Birchmore, all this shit. That's what they want to talk about. Nobody gives a fuck about anti-ICE protests. That's not happening in Sharon. That's not happening in Franklin. That's not happening in Bellingham, bro. That is not happening in Dedham. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's fucking blocking roads in Dedham over fucking ICE. All right. That's happening in Boston. All right. That's not happening in Norfolk County. What's happening in Norfolk County is Sandra Birchmore, Turtleboy, fucking Karen Reed. That's what's happening there. That's what you want to ask this guy about. Nothing else.
Perhaps legally admissible, but that might not pass muster in terms of actually being indicators of what they claim to be, right? It might convince a jury, it might convince a judge of evidence that maybe you wouldn't categorically reject, but that you say, okay, I have my eye on this.
His office, the DA's office has one right now, but it requires the public to submit requests for cases to be reviewed. And I think using national standards to reinvigorate that unit. And my article is called "An Inconvenient Tooth," to match, a shoe print or I worked on a case in law school involving someone named Robert Lee Stinson, and there were 8 bite marks on Lee's door. A forensic dentist testified that, and the bite mark evidence in the victim's skin. And I was there the day when Lee walked out of prison in New Lisbon, Wisconsin. I'm a native New Englander. I would not have been my first choice. But we went to an Applebee's and I watched Lee navigate a modern restaurant for the first time. So he was convicted in 1984 or 85. He was released in January, February of 2009. So over half of his life, he hadn't been to a restaurant. Watched him choose what he had to.
Is anybody else? Do we still on the? Is he? Can we take a vote? Is it insensitive to do a poll asking if he's gay? Because I can't even believe this is up for debate. I'm just saying.
To eat for a meal for the first time. And there are aspects of that case that will stick with me forever. They make me a better lawyer. They make me a better prosecutor. They make me a better candidate for district attorney. And so bite mark evidence is the first thing that comes to mind. But that case involved a lot of things. And that's exactly what we've seen here in some big cases. And in that case, Lee was convicted and sent to prison for more than half of his life for a crime he didn't commit. And sure enough, the DNA matched. About this forever.
Yeah. Well, talk to me a little more because we do have the time for it. And I want to hear your explanation of the driver's license case in Stoughton and other Stoughton-related corruption and criminal cases.
Yeah. So I prosecuted a case that went to trial.
What's kind of a big story out of Stoughton is, ever heard of Sandra Birchmore before? That happened, bro. This is a guy. I can't believe these people with these interviews. I cannot believe it.
Just this past May, that involved a bunch of Massachusetts state troopers who worked at what is called the CDL unit. Because commercial vehicles are 18-wheelers and oil tankers and school buses, the state police is tasked with administering the road test for those licenses. And there are a couple of CDL testing sites in eastern Massachusetts. There are a few sites across the whole state. One is right here in Stoughton. And what we learned is that the troopers there, including the head of the unit, were running a two-tiered system. And I'll come back to two-tiered system in a second because that is a through line in many cases in Norfolk County. If you know the right people, if you are connected to certain members of law enforcement, again, it's a small minority of members of law enforcement who are committing the kind of misconduct that I'm talking about. But if you know the right people, you get special privileges.
Oh, I like that. If you know the right people, you get special privileges, like the McAlberts.
And at this CDL unit, if you knew the folks who were conducting the tests, or if you were willing to bribe them, you could get a CDL without ever taking a test or without actually passing the test. In fact, we saw multiple cases of applicants applying to get these CDLs who failed the road test, but got CDLs, commercial driver's licenses, because they either gave something, especially to the main trooper at the CDL testing site, or knew somebody there. And we found dozens of examples of this. And so they walked away ultimately getting Class A or Class B commercial driver's licenses. And I know, it's funny, this went to trial and I did the closing argument at the trial. And you have to be very careful when you're talking to a jury not to prejudice the jury. But one thing I wish I could have said, but didn't in the closing argument in that case, was imagine driving down the highway in your sedan or your small SUV, and you've got an 18-wheeler on your left and an 18-wheeler on your right. Imagine that it is raining and it is windy. Now imagine that the drivers failed their road test to get their CDLs. The conduct was appalling, and when we're talking about public safety issues, it was an insane case. We got convictions of all of the troopers who were involved, the main guy went to trial, the sergeant who led the unit, and others pled guilty, and other co-conspirators did as well. But that was taking place right here in Stoughton. And in fact, the sergeant was a resident of Stoughton. He's not currently living in Stoughton.
I have to ask, what happened to the licenses in that case? Were any of those CDLs revoked, or like
all of the ones that we identified, and the R&B.
Yeah, it is a little fast. I'm gonna put a 1.25.
Obviously was gravely concerned about this as well. So any CDL that was identified in the case was revoked, and the driver had to retake the test in order to get the CDL. Some of the drivers who got licenses from these troopers were pretty upset because, at least either in their minds, they thought they had taken a real test. Some of them didn't even know. That's how flagrant the conduct was. The troopers were just doing this, and it was appalling conduct.
Appalling conduct. That was the CDL scandal he's talking about. He prosecuted that. They basically just were bribed to let people get CDL licenses that they weren't entitled to. And, that's corruption. That's corruption. You are trusted with the public and, doing the public right. And you are bought and paid for. You're willing to not do your job, to actually do the opposite of your job in exchange for benefit for yourself. That's like the definition of corruption. And so he's got a problem with that. This is the things that he's proud of. This is his resume, is weeding out corruption.
I had a question in my head, but then
I think the second part of your question was what else has been going on in Stoughton or Norfolk County?
Oh, yeah.
And there have been some high-profile cases where...
this guy doesn't even bring it up. He brings it up.
I think, again, one of the common themes is there's a two-tiered system of justice that absolutely should not exist. It cannot be that if you know the right people or if you're in law enforcement and have certain relationships, that you get a blind eye from the DA's office or other folks if there's a hint of involvement in an underlying crime.
Who could he be talking about there? Maybe Brian Albert. Maybe Brian Higgins. Maybe Kevin Albert. Maybe Chris Albert. Maybe Matthew Farwell. Robert Devine. Billy Farwell. Maybe that's who he's talking about.
And we've seen a couple of high-profile cases, different high-profile cases.
Oh, really?
Where one of the common themes is a question about what we do with law enforcement witnesses or potential law enforcement defendants. Obviously, I'm thinking of the death of Boston Police Officer John O'Keefe and the death of Sandra Birchmore. And I think while I can't comment on the details of the federal investigation in the Karen Reed case, what I can say is this.
You gave us some tea.
There were shortcuts taken and investigative missteps and decisions made by investigators and prosecutors in the DA's office in both of those cases that led to embarrassing controversies and victims who, to this date, have not gotten the justice they deserve.
Dude, what the fuck else do you need to hear? That's the most passion he showed the whole interview. And he brought it on. This guy's like, are you going to ask me a fucking good question? Are you going to ask me about Sandra Birchmore, Mr. Stoughton news guy, or not? Or do I have to fucking talk about it? Are you going to ask me about John O'Keefe, or do I got to talk about it? He's like, it was embarrassing. He called it embarrassing. This guy, listen again. Listen to how he talks. Listen.
In the death of Boston Police Officer John O'Keefe, profile cases, where one of the common themes is a question about what we do with law enforcement witnesses or potential law enforcement defendants. Obviously, I'm thinking of the death of Boston Police Officer
law enforcement witnesses like Brian Albert,
Officer John O'Keefe, and the death of Sandra Birchmore. And I think while I can't comment on the details of the federal investigation in the Karen Reed case, what I can say is this. There were shortcuts taken and investigative missteps and decisions made by investigators and prosecutors.
Investigative missteps and shortcuts taken by who?
There were shortcuts taken and investigative missteps and decisions made by investigators and prosecutors in the DA's office in both of those cases that led to embarrassing controversies.
So like Adam Lally, investigate embarrassing missteps. He's naming names, prosecutors. There's only one prosecutor or two, Herman McLaughlin there. Interesting. It's embarrassing, he's saying, what they did. They fucked this shit up.
And victims who, to this date, have not gotten the justice they deserve.
So John O'Keefe has not gotten justice that he deserves because of investigative missteps. This guy knows, bro. This guy, how are you? Anyone not on board? I haven't heard Juna Perkins say anything like that. Have you? Did I miss that one?
Yeah. Now, you did work on, well, maybe not on the Karen Reed case in terms of her prosecution, but rather on investigating the DA office's conduct in that case, I understand. And presumably there's only so much you can comment on that, but my understanding is that you opened an investigation, you did some amount of investigating, and then that investigation was closed without any, additional prosecutions or anything of that nature. Do I have that much correct? And is there any detail you want to add there?
So let me start with the Justice Department has a policy nationally not to confirm or deny the existence of investigations. This is a very unique case where it has been publicly reported that a federal investigation took place. It has been publicly reported that I was the lead assistant U.S. attorney on that case. And I can say this, the conduct that I observed as a public corruption prosecutor on cases I worked right here in Norfolk County directly led me to the decision to leave the U.S. Attorney's Office and run for district attorney.
Whoa, beep, beep, beep.
As a public corruption prosecutor, publicly reported that I was the lead assistant U.S. attorney on that case. And I can say this, the conduct that I observed.
The conduct that I observed. What conduct did he observe? Oh, right. The conduct that he observed at the grand jury and in his investigation, that conduct that he observed?
As a public corruption prosecutor, on cases I worked right here in Norfolk County, directly led me to the decision to leave the U.S. Attorney's Office and run for.
Directly led me to do what I'm doing now. That's why I'm running. Directly. He's not saying I want to do this because this is his reason running, is because of what he observed in that grand jury with the McAlberts and with Brian Tully and with Michael Proctor and people like that, with them. That's why I'm doing this, because it was so fucked up. He's mad that he's upset that there were no indictments. He wanted indictments.
For district attorney. And I think no matter what you believe happened in the Karen Reed case, I think we can all agree, I hope we can all agree, that steps, and this is based exclusively on what is public, that steps taken and not taken by the state police investigators and the prosecutors at the DA's office did not meet the standard that the public deserves to expect from its DA's office and from its investigators. You and I are not.
He's calling out the DA and the state police in particular. They don't meet the standards. You know who disagrees with that? Brian Tully and Michael Proctor. Because what did they say on the stand? And 𝗫𝗄𝗏 𝗵𝗡𝗃. What did they say on the stand? That we did everything by the book. This investigation was A-OK. Couldn't have possibly done better. A thorough investigation, followed the clues, followed the evidence, led us to Karen Reed, blah, blah, blah. This guy's like, no, the fuck it didn't. No, the fuck it didn't.
Trained investigators. But if you and I had encountered the crime scene on January 29th, 2022, there are things that you and I would have thought to do that unfortunately were not done then.
Oh, there were things. If you or I came across a dead cop on Brian Albert's front lawn, there are things we would have done differently. Like what? Now, if I haven't listened past this part, if this motherfucking loser doing this interview doesn't follow up right now, but with some sort of question, like, what do you mean? Are you saying, what do you mean they could have done something differently? Are you saying that they should have gone in the house? The police should have gone in the house. Is that what you're saying? And looked around. If this guy doesn't follow up that amazing answer that he just gave with that question, then he is completely fucking useless and should just never, ever go in front of a camera again. I swear to fucking God, I don't know what it's about to happen here. If he doesn't follow up with, what do you mean? This guy, oh, bro.
And, you know, I think, unfortunately, because of that conduct, because of the charging decision by the DA's office, again, based exclusively on what's in the public record, a charging decision that was not consistent with the evidence in the case, you had a controversy.
A charging decision that was not consistent with the evidence in this case. He's saying there was no probable cause. This never should have come to trial. Bro, he's saying free Karen Reed. That's what he's saying. He's saying Karen Reed's innocent.
To put it mildly, and a national and international law enforcement embarrassment that was broadcast across the country, on the internet, and elsewhere, that was not befitting the district attorney's office Norfolk County deserves.
Now, traditionally, there's some degree of deference between local prosecution and federal level prosecution, right? We have.
He didn't ask. He didn't fucking ask. He didn't ask. What the fuck do you mean, bro? Just to be clear, you're saying he should have gone in the house, right? Just to be clear, any specifics that you can get into? He is begging to talk about this. He's like, bro, you got me on your show. I'll talk about whatever. I can't talk about what happened in the grand jury, but I could talk about my thoughts. I clearly like talking about them. Are you going to ask me or not?
For example, in the Sandra Birchmore case, right, the officer who was arrested by federal law enforcement in that case is almost certainly not going to be prosecuted by the Norfolk County DA because it's not.
And this is all relevant. I agree. It's all relevant to talk about why the DA's office isn't prosecuting Matthew Farwell. I get it, but Matthew Farwell is going to spend the rest of his life in prison. Okay? Problem solved. Problem solved. What about the McAlberts? What about Michael Proctor? What about Brian Tully? What about 𝗃𝗏𝗺? What about them?
By this sort of, not by this DA, but my understanding is that it's generally considered like preempted by the federal prosecution. Why would we put in the resources to prosecute someone who's being prosecuted? You know, in the current political climate, do you think there is some kind of breakdown in that, in the logic behind saying, well, the feds are doing this, so they're going to kind of preempt whatever we would be doing? Or do you feel like we should be doing all the things that we would be doing if the feds didn't exist?
So no, I hate to do this, but I can't accept the premise of your question. I think what we have here is not federal preemption. Yeah. It's the U.S. Attorney's Office stepping in where the District Attorney's Office failed completely.
Absolutely.
And the crimes actually are different. The federal crime that Matthew Farwell
Interesting.
Is
where
charged.
they failed completely. Strong words. The Michael Morrissey failed completely. Sandra Birchmore. So we stepped in, motherfucker. We're the daddy now.
With is killing a witness. Yeah. It's related to the obstruction of justice statutes. It's a way where my federal experience actually makes me uniquely situated to be the DA right now.
And when I was listening to this, I did listen to this part today. This is interesting because Matthew Farwell is charged with witness intimidation against Sandra Birchmore. That's the angle the feds took with him, is that she was a witness to the fact that he's a pedophile. Okay. And that's why he killed her. And that's interesting because that's what he considers witness intimidation. Murder. Like, she was a witness who was going to testify against him, and he wanted to shut her up, so he killed her. That's what he considers witness intimidation. Not a guy on a YouTube show is doing an impression of Colin Albert, or a guy and a bunch of old ladies fucking drove around town talking in front of homes for 7 minutes on a megaphone, where nobody got fucking hurt. Nobody died. And also, I'm not Karen Reed. Like, if Karen Reed was doing this shit to the McAlberts, you might have something. You might have some sort of argument there. I still would disagree that nothing is not even close to crossing the line. But like, that at least would make sense. Because if Karen Reed's brother was doing this, that at least would make sense. I don't know Karen. I didn't know Karen Reed. Okay. I'm just some fucking guy on the internet who saw a story and was like, that's fucked up. That's it. I'm not doing any of this for Karen Reed. I'm doing this for John O'Keefe.
And to charge to prove up the federal case, it's actually complicated because you have to prove that the intent underlying the murder was to cover up another crime. And I'm oversimplifying it. Fortunately, a couple of the best prosecutors I know are in the U.S. Attorney's Office handling that case, and a couple of the best federal agents I know are handling that case. But the reality is, based on the evidence that is public in that case, there's evidence that Matthew Farwell murdered Sandra Birchmore.
Yeah.
And the murder case in the state is actually, it's a different case. You're asking about resources, and right now there's litigation in the federal criminal case. There's a pending motion to dismiss. There was a motion to change venue. And so there are resources being dedicated federally because the DA's office failed to charge murder. And I think the case raises questions about other state crimes. We're talking about a vulnerable young woman who admired members of law enforcement and who joined an Explorer program as a young teenager here in Stoughton, and who, by all public accounts, was taken advantage of by the officers she so admired.
Yes.
And what I haven't seen is any effort by the district attorney's office to investigate that and to bring those perpetrators, if in fact they committed crimes, to justice.
Yeah, okay. I don't see Robert Devine or Billy Farwell. I don't see any rush to do anything with them.
But the bottom line in a case like that is this: survivor and victim accountability. The DA's office's accountability to survivors and victims of crime is a key tenet of my leadership as DA of the accountability agenda. And so one of the first things that I would want to do as DA is talk with members of Sandra Birchmore's family about how they feel. Because if there are crimes that haven't been investigated, if there are crimes that were committed that haven't been charged, they need to be investigated and they need to be charged.
Do you feel that?
Again, this is where you ask the follow. Oh, interesting. So you think that you should talk to the victim's family and ask about crimes? Oh, I have a question. Would you like to talk to the O'Keefe family about that? That would be my next follow-up question. Speaking of victims, what about John O'Keefe? Do you feel like, have you had a conversation with them to talk about going after the people who murdered? Have you talked to them about that? Interesting. But this guy is fucking used. This guy blows it so bad. This guy blows a lot of
the circumstances of her essentially grooming speak in some way to the validity of programs like the one that she was enrolled in.
So, you're asking a broader question about the integrity of law enforcement. And I'll go back to, something that is important to me in this example, we have one or more genuinely bad apples. And I think bad apple is too diplomatic a way to put it when we're talking about murder or grooming.
Oh,
and
I'd say so.
So I think it raises questions about how we ensure that people like that are never involved in Explorer programs again. But I think more broadly, this moment for law enforcement is a really tough one. And in a lot of ways, there's good reason for that. And you asked a question about sort of the interplay earlier between a DA's office and federal law enforcement. And I talked about how important the partnership is, but also the fact that local law enforcement should be focused on local issues. I'll add to that, there are examples of conduct we've seen in particular in Minneapolis, but elsewhere. And I can say that if an ICE agent or anyone else executes a human being on the streets of Norfolk County, they will be charged with murder and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that's like, thank you for telling me what I want to hear. Is he saying that Renee Good thing is murder? Is that what he's saying? I disagree, but either way, that's not happening in Norfolk County. So why are we talking about hypotheticals that aren't even an issue? You know what I mean?
I wanted to ask about the prosecution of Matthew Farwell, an additional thing, because there was something reported that actually bothered me quite a lot. Which is that he has not only been charged with killing a witness, but also with the death of her fetus. And that is something that, as
don't even talk about abortion.
Massachusetts.
Oh my God, this guy's going to talk about abortion. I fucking knew it. I can't believe this motherfucker just called Sandra Birchmore's unborn baby a fetus. He just fucking did that. A guy who is clearly gay, right? I only bring that up because he's never going to get a woman pregnant. He's just like, basically, why are you charging him with killing the baby when the baby's not even a baby? It's just a fetus, right? So why are you doing that? It's just not a big deal. Whatever. I mean, honestly, it's a fair point. I mean, it's like, to be honest, but it's just because it's like, well, if it's not a baby, then why are you being charged with killing it? It is a whatever word, but it's just like, who the fuck says that? Who refers to Sandra Birchmore's? Well, it's only a baby if you want it. I guess that's what he's saying. It's only a baby if you want it. Then if you don't want it, then it's fetus. But she did want it. That's the thing, right? She did want it. Just saying.
President, I am deeply uncomfortable with the notion that that the death of a fetus is in any way on a scale with murdering a young woman, and that is itself, I believe, a capital crime also. And that is, so I want to ask you, that I think, I could be wrong, is an example of ways in which federal law differs from Massachusetts state law. And I was wondering if you could speak to that to some extent.
Yeah,
this guy's really like, why are you charging Matthew Farwell with killing a baby when he just killed a fetus? That's what he just said.
That's a big question. And it actually touches on a bunch of different really important issues. I think there are so many things going on in the country right now. And folks who are upset about what they're seeing in the country have limited avenues to fix those problems. The biggest one is changing who's in office. Locally, in state, certainly federally. The law that criminalizes what Matthew Farwell has been charged with is on the books. It is federal law. And so I think if people are upset about that.
I think Sandra Birchmore considered the baby a baby. I think she did. That's why she was buying baby shit for the baby. Not because it was a hypothetical baby, because in her eyes, it was a baby. That's why. This guy I can't believe.
Then there are tools in the toolbox to change that. It's not a crime that's charged often. In my time as a federal prosecutor, that's the only time it's been charged. And if the law is on the books, it's the standards of the Justice Department. The charging standard right now is you're obligated to charge the most serious, readily provable offense. That's the nerdy lawyer speak, but that's Justice Department policy. And so that case has resulted in a superseding.
I just can't believe this motherfucker. I can't watch any more of this. This guy's got the most interesting politician on there in the most interesting county in a town that's like the epicenter of it, Stoughton and Canton, right? And he has the guy on there who's like, yeah, let's talk all about it. Let's talk about all the tea about Matthew Farwell and Sandra Birchmore and the McAlberts and Michael Proctor. Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about all this shit. And he's like, actually, let's talk about abortion and ICE, because that's what I want to fucking talk about, because I have fucking full-fledged Trump derangement syndrome, and all I do all day is read fucking jerk off to Mother Jones and shit. And like, it's all I want. I don't give a fuck about that. All I care about is like politics. Like, dude, that guy should be fucking, throw him in the hole. Throw all the dirt on that motherfucker. Oh, I want to talk about abortion. How about I fucking throw some more dirt on you instead? Huh? Oh, I want to talk about ICE and nope. How about we throw some more dirt on you? Huh? Abortion, ICE, abortion, ICE. Nope. More dirt. That's what you need. More dirt. Oh my fucking God. That guy, he's going right in the hole, right in the Turtleboy hole, right in the fucking hole. That hole is going to be filled soon. We're just fucking throwing dirt on all these. That's was right in the hole. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's read some turtle chats to end the night, shall we? All right. Wallpaper Mommy Papa sends $50. Thanks. And says, I do wallpapering and 75% of my projects are for tween rooms. I would love to jazz up your daughter's room with an accent wall. I don't do, I appreciate the offer. I appreciate the $50. I don't do wallpaper. No. Wallpaper comes down. It is not 1975. We're not doing wallpaper, but I appreciate that. And I'm glad you're making a living doing it. And I appreciate the $50. Thanks. Next, Rosaline sends $10 and says, yeah, who's worse, that guy or Cryford, by the way? All right. It says, Dr. Turtleboy, I'm so happy you're covering Kelsey's trial. I'm praying for not guilty all the way. The one part that confuses me is why do all the police seem to side with Justin and not their coworker Kelsey? Because it's not Justin. Nobody cares about Justin. It's about Noonan. He's the one that shot her. Even the female cops. How much influence does this family have on the really, Rosaline? Really? I gotta go over this. It's not about fucking Justin. Justin's just the retard that set the wheels in motion. This trial's about Noonan. He's the one that fucking shot her. I can't. Thank you. Next. Man, that guy really fucking hates fetuses, huh? I can't get over that guy. He was real bad. Like, bro, can we talk about Sandra Birchmore's stupid fetus and why it doesn't matter? Can we just talk about that for a minute? Can we stop calling it a baby? Can we stop? That fucking bunch of cells and shit. Bunch of tissue. It's a fetus. I can't believe that guy fucking said that. That is Jesus Christ, dude. Next, Jolie sends $5 and says, Kelsey is just your type and just think the camera equipment will already be there. Can we stop? Can we stop with that, guys? It's not about that. Get your minds out of the gutter. Just my type. Well, my type has got me in trouble. Okay. So chill with that. Chill. Next. Chastity Middleton sends $10 and goes, okay, oops, wrong one. Sends $10 and says, I just wanted to shout out 𝗵𝗄𝗆 and Diana Dumbass. Go suck a fat one, ladies. Free the turtle because he doesn't suck. No, he doesn't. Who's 𝗵𝗄𝗆? I don't even know what that is. Thank you. Laura sends $25 and says, do we still use the term metrosexual? My grandpa was a haberdasher and was a sharp dresser with a manicure. People thought he was gay. At home, he was always grab ass. And my grandma on that topic, get yourself a gay decorator, design a nice studio, maybe Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy's not like he's not one of those gays that's like, he's like a sloppy gay. I've been in Jimmy's car before. It was not what you would expect from a homosexual man. Okay. reeks of cigarettes. It's like Jim Ferriss's. Like you feel like you're riding in Jim Ferriss's car. Jimmy is not one of those gays like that's like wicked clean and orderly. No, he's like a straight gay kind of. Like, so he's not the guy you call for that at all. He is not one of those. Okay, just to be clear. Oh, and 𝗼𝗄𝗵 means the carton of Marlboros. I get it. Okay, gotcha. All right, next. 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗃𝗍𝗃𝗀𝗃 sends $25 and says, loved shopping your wish list and purchasing items. Bama onto the Sweet 16, Roll Tide, free Turtleboy. Bama was in the Final Four a couple of years ago. It's funny, their basketball team has had more postseason success than the football team lately. But I know it's a sensitive topic. Thank you for the $25. I was surprised. I really thought Texas Tech had it. They got murdered tonight. They got fucking rolled up Tide. You know, and I lost every one of my bets tonight. So there's that. All right, next. Minnie sends $10 and says, the fact that this piece of shit thinks what's concerning about the Birchmore case is that they charged the murder of her baby is foul me. I agree. That guy, shame on him. Right in the hole. Right in the hole. All right. Any turtle cash apps here. $5 from Emily, and it says a live show on Amazon where we help you decorate. Maybe. We'll see. Definitely need a sex cult from the hot tub, though. That will happen. We have to have sex cult in the hot tub. That would be hot. Okay. All right. Anyway, I think that's it for this night, this evening. Anyway, I got to wake up early tomorrow. Off to Lawrence for day one of the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. We will see you guys all tomorrow night. For the Bus Stop Live tomorrow. I'll be driving to Lawrence for the Bus Stop Live. We'll see you in the morning. And God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to brush your teeth. Peace, bum grease. Out.
Top down, riding down Main. It's a clear night. Screens glowing blue. Got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. 𝗺𝗍 and 𝗼𝗨, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the fouls in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind. Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. 𝗟𝗟 in the back room, 𝗺𝗍 on the phone. Trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. True, got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame. This about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine